That's true.
But I'll gladly be scribe if nobody else wants to.
No, you should. I think it's time for some of the other guys to step up, man. Um,
I
Hey,
just stepped up in Sunday's game, okay?
that's not. Guess what? I don't care.
That's not today. That's not today.
Burn.
It
Guess
sounds like
what?
you
I
had
don't give a
some
shit.
poor planning on your part.
It was very poor planning.
Because,
All right, the 2024 sheet now should be available if you add another character.
Okay, well, what
Yeehaw.
if I have the 2014 sheet? Can I convert it to 2024?
No, unfortunately.
Fuck.
Did you
that's why
build?
I've
Damn
been
it, Lou.
telling you to just build macros and put things in
Yeah.
from copy
But
and paste it in there.
like I said, I have heard good things about the newest 2024 sheet. So
Well, maybe I'll build one.
Well, if I'm gonna be scribe, I ain't building 2024 Ophelia today.
that's fine.
Yes, I will be scribe, Lou. Let's just.
Well, Kudo is top dog for scribe.
Oh.
If he wants to take it.
If he wants to take it, then I'll let him take it.
No, I don't fucking care. It's time for some of these other people who's at the top of the order. No.
But why would I care what you do in the Sunday game? It has no impact on me.
I don't know. Because I'm just trying to be a smartass. Is really
Kudo,
I'll take it.
Kudo is taking it. All right. So Kudo is taking it.
I mean, you can be as brutally honest with you as you want with me, Felix. I'm not going to be offended by anything.
He's secretly very upset.
I am upset about the silvery barbs, but we don't talk about that.
Oh, jeez. Cry me
He has been. He puts on his emo music every night. He put on his black hoodie.
Anymore. I can't
Not
make
like
everyone
adamantium
reroll their saves.
You know what, Lou? I relate to that remark, you piece of shit.
There was a time, before silvery barbs, that was when the world was just cruel and cold and did not
closing the portal to Strixhaven. The magic is no longer flowing in from it.
Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. Back in my day, we didn't have silvery barbs.
Can I spend story points to open the portal to Strixhaven again? I want silvery barbs back. No.
I asked Lou how many story points, and Lou said none.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
Who was the previous scribe? I think it was
me. Linus.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you certainly did post a journal. Quite the journal.
I had fun with it. We were pretty busy last session.
Yeah. So why don't we... Wait, am I streaming? I think I am. Still check that. Yes, I am. All right, yeah. So why don't you give us a recap of the events of the last game?
Cool. So it was session 108. We started the session in the middle of a battle against 3 of these retrievers. There were 2 to the south of us, 1 to the north, and a web spell cast out, trapping me. Ophelia, they seemed to really focus on Ophelia at the start, and things were looking pretty bad. And then Kudo threw a fireball, catching 2 of the retrievers off guard, taking 1 of them out. The spiders continued their onslaught. Kevik was able to hold 1 off on his own. And Ophelia decided she was going to bravely run into the other room to take on the other one. And that's when that spider paralyzed her. When Kudo heard this commotion, he rushed up and polymorphed her into a giant crab. And this giant crab caught the rest of the retrievers in its claws, crushing them. After that, Kudo was able to communicate with the crab enough to tell it to plug all the vents with the dead spiders' bodies. And then we moved to the lab to take a short rest. I was able to convert 350 Maho of arcane components into ink for Ashes so she could scribe Tiny Hut and other spells. We set up a tiny hut and then took a rest for the night. Over the night, Ophelia messaged Cithril, and Cithril responded that the Empire has taken over Issac, and there's a bunch of political squabbles happening there. The next morning, we learned we had about a week of study and downtime before we felt a lot stronger. But today we decided we were going to explore this bunker and try to find a way to turn the power back on. So we went through the hallways. We went through the dining hall and found a pantry. There wasn't much there besides some spices that I found, and Kudo picked up a bag of rotten flour. And then we continued down the hall, found a bunch of bunk rooms and latrines. As we looked further, we found an indoor farm that had a bunch of plants that were growing. A bunch of plants that were growing all wild. At the top of the room, there was a sunstone that it seemed Kudo had recognized from his home world. Beyond that room, it looked like there was a garage and a machine shop. In there were a bunch of weapons and machines to make more guns and ammo. Beyond that, there were a couple of elevators. They were both, and they were all inactive, and there were also some shells of golems and 5 retriever bodies, but they were not activated at this point. So then we headed back into the area, into the hallway before the farm, where we found a prisoner dungeon area. We went down the stairs, and there were a bunch of prison cells that had runes on them. Ophelia got rid of the runes, and we searched them, revealing just a pile of bones and garbage. There was one room that we couldn't figure out how to open the door. Eventually, Kudo was able to use his, well, not eventually, immediately Kudo used his flower to find a secret hidden panel, but unfortunately it seems like power needs to be turned back on before we can open and access that room. Inside the trash room, we found a little shovel that seemed like it was enchanted with a mold earth cantrip. And then there was one last area for us to explore. Again, we found a bunch of empty cells. In the last room, there were runes scribed on the floor, and Ophelia, being Ophelia, decided she was going to pull out her obsidian dagger and scratch out the rune. When she did, a steel gauntlet ripped the door open, revealing a humanoid-like figure on the other side.
Nice.
Ooh, that's a good photo.
All right, thank you for that recap. So, it is the 71st of fall at 9:25 p.m. The figure was attempting to get out of the cell, and I think you guys are trying to stop him, right?
No, I was just being
He's
like,
attacking
what's
us.
going on?
Yeah.
He's not?
We're looking like a bunch of baby retrievers.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you. That's why.
But we're at 9:25 p.m.
I have 9:25 p.m. Is that incorrect?
9:25 p.m. Jesus.
Yeah, then maybe the spell would not be going right now.
Should it be a.m.?
Oh wait. No. It's P. It says p.m. It's
Yeah.
p.m. and it might have faded actually. Sorry, my bad.
Cool. So we are not retrievers.
Oh.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me just double check here. Where did I put it? Extended seaming started at 10 a.m. and it goes on for 16 hours. Oh shit! I think
We are retrievers.
There's retrievers.
Or baby retrievers.
Okay,
Your
yeah.
baby
Baby
spiders. All right. So yeah, as he rips the door open, he says, more of these, as he licks his lips and gets ready to pounce. So the first act is going to be Linus. What do you want to do?
I am going to back. Well, I won't back away, but I'll do my best to like give a bow and look down threatening and say, "We are not retrievers. We're just hiding as retrievers. We mean no harm. Who are you?"
All right. So for his turn, he turns to smoke, vanishing, suddenly reappearing behind you, and doing a grab attempt. So give me either acrobatics or athletics. I assume you're going to use acrobatics.
Nice.
Nice roll, buddy.
Okay, he's probably going to use athletics. Alright, so you manage to dodge out as he grabs at you, just breaking free. He says, metallic creatures that can talk. Tricky. He says, reveal yourselves then, if this is a ruse. And that's it. That's all he does. Ophelia.
Okay. I'm gonna dispel magic on myself. To cancel the seeming.
Alright.
So you have to roll a check.
All against you, do I?
You think
Okay.
my magic is that weak?
That's fair. What do I roll for the check?
It's d20 plus your wisdom modifier.
But you might know it's a higher level spell. But it's a level 5 spell,
So
so
15 is the
you see a
DC.
15?
Yeah.
You probably can make
Okay.
it.
D20 plus 5. I'm gonna emboldening bond this.
Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
So
Well-
you need a...
Silvery barbs! I'm just fucking around.
You need a 4 or 3
Okay.
to make this on your...
Oh shit.
Alright,
I don't
so... Because he has
How? Oh yeah, you're right.
emboldening bond.
You just barely made it.
I
Nice.
did.
Alright, so... the figure looks at you for a moment, and he says, the charming young lady. And his eyes glow.
I say,
Go ahead.
my charming man. I am the one that let you out, and it was a spell. Please don't attack. Only way we can survive in these halls is by looking like them.
Let me check something.
I think it's about 6 seconds.
Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
Oh, shit.
yes.
Trying to charm you.
Oh. You already used emboldening bond, so just a straight save.
Yeah. So you feel a little bit strange as he walks towards you. Definitely a bit of a fascination with him, and maybe a little bit of an attraction as he walks up examining you more closely. That said, you don't actually realize this is a charm spell. You wouldn't feel the same as you'd feel when under the effect of an actual spell. This almost feels
All
like
right.
he is just very charismatic. So he says, "What's your name, young woman?"
And I blush a little bit, and I go, Ophelia, what's yours? I'm curious to know.
He smiles, running a finger along your cheek. He says, "My name is Balinor. Balinor Cursed. At your service." And he gives a bow. And what of your friends? Obviously, if you are not a metallic spider, I assume they are not either.
And
I'm not. But I'm stuck looking like this for another 4 hours. Cast minor illusion of a torch on the ground, showing him what I usually look like.
This is a handsome young creature as well. And this one, pointing at Linus.
Well, I'm a friend.
Indeed. And I assume you are not with the wizard.
You're not
what
friends
wizard?
with the wizard? Yeah, there has not been a wizard here for some time.
Really? He says, how long has he been absent exactly?
At
Just
least
got
more
here.
than 9.
More than 9?
Yeah.
Give me a sec. What was his name?
More than 9.
9, what? You.
Just 9.
9! It's 9! Oh, that was Hobik. He says, yes, he trapped me in this prison quite a while ago. Judging by the amount of dust that's accumulated, possibly several years, he says as though I was in some form of stasis, so obviously I didn't feel the time pass. It's probably good I was. A lack of nutrients may have been the death of me.
Well, are you hungry?
No, I am famished.
Well, we got some food if you want to come join us and we can talk some more.
He's gonna look over at Clank. Give me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Or sorry, Linus.
Maybe.
Alright. So as he smiles at you, you feel strangely drawn to him. And he puts his hand on your, I guess, robotic shoulder, as he still sees you as the creature. And he would say, I would love to hear more about your venture here and what it is that you all seek. I'm guessing you were able to fight off the spiders that guard this place if you've made it this deep in.
My friend, why don't we go somewhere where we can have tea and be a little more comfortable to have this discussion?
That sounds amazing. I would love to. Lead on.
Dude, this guy's pretty cool.
Well, Kudo will recognize that something weird is happening between all these guys, or
I guess you could give me an insight.
because like I never known Ophelia to compliment a stranger before, or even somebody familiar.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he just seems very charming to you.
Okay. Kudo is following but averting his gaze.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so where is everyone going?
Had a little base going on, the plugged up place.
Yeah.
Actually, do we want to make?
Let's go to the kitchen, the dining hall.
Oh yeah, the mess hall. Let's do the mess hall. We're gonna eat.
That's the best place to share food.
And I'll say at this point the camp has arrived and they've entered the base.
Oh, sweet. Cool.
So Ashes.
Can we
will
turn
be
these
joining.
fires off? Just for I know it's burned down, but
Sure. Let me see if I can put something on the table.
ooh, we got our camp here. That's awesome. We can put Balak in.
What are you doing? Stop it.
That's terrible looking.
Just put a bunch of rocks there.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, those assets are great.
Yeah.
All right, I
What was
see.
his name again, Lou?
His name is
Balinor.
Balinor.
Say, Eleanor, why don't you come have a seat? I'm sure you are probably exhausted after your search too.
Says I would love to. He sits down. He says, "And the rest of you will join me."
Oh, of course.
Let me prepare some foods for you.
He is a
So
Kudo
cook.
just Kudo just puts his feet up on the table. I guess he looks like a spider still, and then starts smoking a cigar.
So you said you're kind of trying to look away from him?
Yeah, well, I guess at this point maybe I'm not. I don't think I could avert my gaze this entire time, otherwise I'd be bumping into walls and stuff. But,
Alright, give me a wisdom save as well.
alright, is it a charm effect?
It is a charm effect, yes.
Alright, so I have advantage against this. Where is it?
Maybe it's still going.
Where is the ability? I'll find the ability later, but first I'll roll it. So I have advantage, and I'll use EB. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh. Alright, so you as he sits there kind of smiles at you, you also start to feel a bit like enthralled. He seems pretty awesome. You're starting to understand why everyone likes him so much. And he says, so you all also, or you seem to possess the same weaponry that many that I've seen in this place in many of the storage rooms. As he kind of pokes at Linus's shotgun, he says, "Are you from one of the worlds that use it?"
No,
I
we
see.
yeah.
He says, "I was just curious. And your friend here." The guy kind of has his arms crossed. He says, "Name's Kevik." He says, "Yes, Kevik. I noticed by your complexion that you might not be among the living." And he nods and he says, "Yeah, I died here a while ago." He says, "Interesting. Very interesting. So what do we have to eat?"
We have... hold on, let me check my,
And I'll
Okay.
say, all of your camp is now kind of entering the room along with Ashes.
This is a dangerous situation. We got a beguiler amongst us. But I'll be like, we have some preserved rations. Preserved. Yeah.
But we recently found some spices. So what I've prepared here is a nice ration stew. I used some clean water to extract some of the flavors and soften up these rations. So it should be quite tasty. Can I interest you in an espresso?
He looks at the stew and he says, "It looks divine, although I'm afraid some of these spices, they don't agree with me." He says, "I can tell by the smell that I may be allergic to some of them. So, at least for now, I will have to decline, but thank you. Ophelia, give me an insight check. Because you're the one of the only ones not charmed.
Oh, I'm not charmed. I just think he's charming.
Yeah, you just find him
Okay.
charming, but you are not actually charmed.
I will EB this as well.
Alright, so you might find it a little strange that he said he was extremely hungry, but now he's saying he's not going to eat this, and you're not sure if he's being honest about his food allergy.
I go, Valinor, if you have an allergy here, I just have some plain old normal rations you can eat.
Which is, well, I think for now I'm going to decline, but maybe in a little bit. I think my stomach is still settling from being released from stasis.
Of course. I'm more interested, for hearing about you. I would love to hear your story and how you ended up here.
This is a traveler of the abyss. I was moving through the area when the wizard, he took me prisoner. It seemed like he wished to experiment on me, wanting to know more about why I was in the Abyss and what sort of place I came from. So he kept me in the jail, doing his magics from afar, using some sort of seal to keep me from being able to escape. He says, even with my very strong gauntlet here, he kind of motions to his metal claw.
Yeah, I'm actually the one that broke that seal to see what was beyond there. And I'm glad to find a possible ally behind it.
He says, you must be quite the arcanist then.
No, I just have a magic dagger.
Interesting. He scratches his chin. He says, well, I think I'm going to go and check to see if any of my belongings are still in one of the bunkers. Do you mind if I leave your leave this room for a moment? I shall return shortly.
What do you mean? One of the bunkers? There's more than one of these things?
He says, my apologies. One of the, I believe they're called barracks rooms. He says, where the beds are.
I'm going to, during this conversation, I'll be like linking to Linus and Ophelia, especially since Ophelia maybe resisted a bit. Why was he imprisoned? Can we trust him?
Give me another wisdom save at disadvantage.
I do?
Yeah.
Does it make it a wash that I have that advantage from my abilities?
It would be a wash.
A bowling bond.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Ah.
So you're thinking of sending that message to Ophelia, but then you're like, why am I so suspicious of him? He's such a good guy.
God damn it.
I say, Valinor, would you care if I accompanied you? I'd love to hear more about you and learn some about you. Perhaps I can also show you what I know of the area.
He says, yes, if you wish. And a couple of the camp members are like, who's this guy?
Now, is this last when he leaves the room? Because I would like to send that message eventually if I can break through.
You still feel like he is a pretty awesome person. You're not sure why you're having all these suspicious thoughts about him.
Motherfucker.
Like, why am I always this mistrusting of everyone? Who's in your camp anyway?
I have, just so you know, I do have another thing in my brain.
That's
I don't
true.
know if that is resistant or yeah. Definitely.
So alright, so I'll do this part first. I'll say with Ophelia and him. So he walks over to one of the beds, searches around underneath, like feeling the bottom of the bed. He says, blast. So what do you wish to know, young lady? As he stands up and smiles.
Well, I guess I wish to know. I mean, I guess I do have some concerns about why you turned down that food. It just doesn't make sense to me for someone that has been that long. I also have had to go long periods without it. And I'd like to help you out any way I can.
So just my apologies. I just have a bit of a weak stomach, and as I said, being brought out of stasis seems to have upset it a bit.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, please just let me know.
And I'm sure, given some time, things will settle. But I do appreciate it. You seem like a very kind person.
And I wish to know, if you're going to be staying with us, if you're planning on leaving right away, I'm sure we could use all the help that we can. This abyss tends to be quite treacherous. We're actually looking for a way out of here.
This isn't everyone who is not a demon, or perhaps a devil. He says, I can try to help you all. It seems like your group is stalwart, especially if you were able to make it past the radiant energies of the upper area, and able to get past any of the guardian sentries. I assume the iron golems are still in play.
Yeah,
were
we
in
did
play.
come across a few of them. Could you tell me more about what this area actually is? Since we're not from this world or this area thing, this is all kind of brand new to us.
As
There's
well,
technologies here we've never seen before.
as I said, I am a traveler in this abyssal realm, much like all of you, also trying to seek a way to leave. I was going through the area when I was captured by the wizard and brought here.
You've
Give me
said
an
that, the
insight check.
wizard. Maybe.
He nods. He says, yes. The wizard, what was his name? He says, Hovik, that's right. Kept me here for quite a while, as I said, doing experiments on me. Till you freed me.
Do we know who Hovik is? Have we heard that name before?
Yeah.
Yes, he was the friend of Calvin Orshore or Orshire. He was who was the remember the zombie master?
The guy in the illusory forest in the
Yeah.
house.
Oh. Oh, wow, okay. I can say, actually, I think I do remember that wizard. We actually, I think, ran across him, and I
You-
kind of give.
Well, you didn't run across him. You
Or,
just
okay, yeah.
you heard of him from the zombie who lost touch with him.
I will say that. I will tell him that we ran across that zombie.
He says, well, I don't know of this ally of his. He never spoke of anyone like that, but Hovik was certainly very rude and did not treat me well while I was stuck in prison. Alright, so I'm going to shift back to the other two for a moment. What do you two want to be doing?
Am I still charmed or whatever?
I don't know what you're talking about. You feel like this guy is really nice. You both think he's a cool dude.
Kudo just goes at length of like how cool this guy is and how he wished he had long, wavy hair and
Yeah,
that seemed
look
to
at the hair.
flow even though there's like no wind in this bunker.
Yeah, how does he do that? Man, what a
Yeah.
badass. Balak kind of looks at you strangely. He says, I've never heard you speak this nice of anyone, Kudo.
Yeah. I feel like, oh, well, I just never met somebody as cool as he is. And I'll take a puff on my cigar. Is there like another voice in my head that would be advising me otherwise? Yeah.
So, refresh me on the tadpole. Has it, or did you want it to speak to you, like be its own personality? Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, I call out the voice in my backstory.
Okay, just because I haven't
It helps.
read the backstory in a bit. So you would, what did you say about this? You would all right, so as you're saying that, you hear a whisper that you haven't heard for a while, and it sounds familiar to you. This individual is not what he seems. Caution, Kudo.
Oh, are you just jealous?
says, this is not jealousy, but I can sense the magic coming from him. He says, just
I see.
be wary of him.
Okay, if you say so. He never wronged me before. Um,
All right.
supposed to be-
Sorry, I don't know. Not sure of his personality yet. The tadpole, but all right. I'll keep that in mind. What about
no worries.
what about you, Linus?
Oh, I am trying to prepare the most bland soup possible,
All right.
so that no ingredients. He's not allergic to anything. I'm very, very saddened, Kudo, to hear that he was allergic to my soup. I thought I did a good job.
I would
I
not
just
take
want
it.
him to like me.
Well, such cool guys have very high standards. I would not take it personally, but you're just gonna have to cook that.
Balak kind of looks back and forth between you two. He says, kind of like scratching his chin a little, looking suspicious. Kevik would also look a little suspicious, giving a glance over to Balak. And about that time, I'll say Ophelia returns with Bellinor. He says, well, I couldn't find any of my belongings. It's unfortunate, but the wizard either moved them or got rid of them. So what is your plan now that you've taken over this bunker? He says, I don't actually know too much about it, as I have mostly stayed within the prison area.
Why were you?
Go ahead, Kudo.
Would I be able to ask him this? I'll be like, why were you imprisoned?
Well, as I said, the wizard did all sorts of strange experiments on me. I'm guessing he kept me as some sort of test subject.
I see. What kind of experiments?
He says, well, he prodded my mind with psychic energies. He used elemental magics to give me or see how my body reacted to the different elements. He says, I'm not sure exactly what he was doing. It seemed almost like he was infusing me with different types of magical energy. He says, I don't know why.
Interesting.
It was very painful.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
Bellinor, here is some fresh stew. There are no spices in it. It's just salt.
He says, he says, well,
you should not be allergic to it.
he says, thank you, Linus. I appreciate that. He just puts it down on the table and sniffs it, and he says, it smells delicious. He says,
Thank you.
oh, I was curious. I noticed that the lights are currently out. It seemed like the bunker had lights before and energy. Was that your doing?
Not on purpose. While we were here, kind of going through, and I don't know if we set off an alarm or what happened, but it did.
Do you know how to turn them back on? We have been searching, but all we did was find you.
He says, I don't know too much about this place, unfortunately. I think there
Yes,
is.
you have said that.
I think there is some sort of. I want to call it maybe an energy room or a main room to the north somewhere. He says you might have some luck there.
Oh, Ophelia, were you saying something?
Yeah, I know you had asked earlier what we plan on doing in here. Our goal was to do some research, and perhaps this wizard that had you may also know of ways of interplanar travel. So our goal was to look through some of his books, perhaps any other information that was left behind. I don't know if that interests you at all.
Alas, I'm not the best when it comes to the arcane, but I would be happy to help your group in any way you can. You seem to have a nice little camp here. Maybe I can do something to help out. Earn my way with you so we can all get out of this abyss and back to the world of, well, the natural or prime material plane.
What is the world you
My-
come from?
Sorry, what? What's
Hold
the...
on, Mikey.
I asked what hit the name of his world that he came from, since it seems that a lot of them merge here.
He says, I am from Gaian.
Oh,
I assume
we
by...
didn't say that, right? So he that was just him saying he's
No,
from
I don't
Gaia.
think you mentioned that. He says,
Okay.
your attire makes me think you might also be from Gaian.
Yes, we are
recognize,
indeed.
I recognize some of the stitch work and the designs. 13th cycle.
Are you familiar with other cycles? Could other cycles even be here?
He says, no, I don't know how long I've been in stasis or how much time has passed, as it almost seems like time passes quicker here.
So yes, we are 13th cycle.
Says, oh, that's good then. I assume...
You must be with the paladins that came through earlier.
Paladins? Can't say I am. Who are these paladins? Balak says, he wasn't with us. I don't know who this jackass is.
Hey,
Says-
Balak, be nice.
My apologies, friend. I'm sorry if I upset you. And Balak kind of gives him a look. He says, but no, I did not come through with any paladins. I was sucked
Interesting.
into a portal, actually. I was doing some research in an old ruin, and a dark portal opened, sucking me into the abyss. So luckily, I do have some survival ability and know a little bit about the arcane, so I was able to make my way through and avoid the dangers of the demons for the most part. Keeping out of sight was my main form of survival. So anyway, you all seem like a very well-versed group, and I would be happy to try to help you get back. May I join your camp?
I would actually love to have it. Assuming you mean us no ill will, you seem very nice. I would totally be okay with you joining, and I look over at Kudo and Clank and say, do you guys agree?
I would love to learn your health so I could cook you some foods that you enjoy eating.
Since that is
That's truly my pleasure.
Since that is very, very generous of you. Though I think for now, the best thing to do would be to look into that control room up north. Perhaps Kudo and Ophelia, you could maybe take some of the camp and see if you can get in there. You guys give me another wisdom save.
Me
But-
too, or no?
Man, he's giving us orders already?
I guess it would just be Kudo. And I guess the two charmed ones give me wisdom saves.
Do I still have disadvantage, which becomes a wash?
It would be it would be a wash.
Oh my lord.
So you think this is a good idea? You're like, might be good if we got the power back on. But you realize he just said that to you. You could have sworn you heard it in your mind. And he says, I think I would like it if Linus would show me around the kitchen a bit more. Maybe he could stay here with me.
Would I know? Can I insight this to see if he has any ulterior motives?
Sure, give me an insight check.
EB.
You also, oh shit.
You do feel a little bit strange about leaving Linus alone with this guy. I mean, he seems nice, but you just met him, so it might be a little bit, careless.
I'd say, Valinor, we did just meet you here. I feel like, if you wish to join us, you can, but this place is quite treacherous, and if reinforcements are needed, we would need our entire core group with us.
No, there's wisdom in that, Ophelia. I think you're right. Perhaps all of you should go together, and I can stay back here and keep an eye on things, just in case some of those spiders activate. It says my claw will help me fend them off if I need to.
Perhaps we can leave the, entire camp back here so they can, rest, because they have also gone through a lot. But, with your fighting ability, I think you would be a great asset. Would you mind joining us?
He says, I'm still kind of recovering from being in stasis. I need at least a few hours, but after that, I think I would be ready to fight, if you don't mind.
Of course, I don't mind.
He says, perhaps I can rest with your camp, and then once I've regained my strength, then I can be of assistance.
We are in no rush, are we?
No, we are not.
Let me make some snacks to help you recover.
He says, I appreciate that. Alright, so Linus, you make some snacks. Kudo and Ophelia. I guess you're just going to hang out while he's making snacks?
Yeah, and once he finishes...
Yeah. Since I don't have control of what I do anymore.
Sure you do. You just have some feelings about this.
Okay.
All right. So how long are you gonna spend making snacks?
Well, half hour I would start it. Are these good enough for you?
Oh, are you just trying to pass time for him to recover?
Yeah. And help feed him? Yeah.
So you do feel like maybe you should go and check that room. It might be risky to leave the power off, like he said. He did make some good points.
Well, I'm ready whenever.
I guess I'm following. I was asked to do the same, right? So.
Yeah. And
You guys
I'd
do
say
feel
Ash
like
is
it's a good
Bria.
idea.
And I would say it is a good idea we all go, so Ashes Bria would also join.
God.
Let me
Fucking
check.
get mass suggestions. This is fucking bullshit.
Let me check something with Ashes.
Oh yeah, Ashes is probably back too. Could drag her into this room actually.
Well, I'll keep her in the background from now, but I'm gonna do a wisdom save with her.
She's got proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So she also agrees. She says we should probably see if that trap is off. Maybe we can get power back, so this place is a little safer.
Okay.
All right. So you're heading up to the room. Oh, also, so we have Kevik and Balak as NPCs if anyone wants to control them for fights. I think Kudo, you were controlling Balak, right?
Sure. I'll control Balak.
Does anyone want Kevik? Because I actually gave him some more stats with his rifle.
Matt said sure.
Matt? Alright.
It's basically Linus and Kevik are basically the same kind of fighters.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they both have guns.
Do we have anyone back in the camp that's left that could communicate with us if needed?
Yeah, so you have Crotus, Rhea, Karn, and
We have fucking Karn.
Yeah, he's just
yeah,
been
okay.
stomping around. But he's been kind of quiet since yeah, since you got back here, he's I don't want to say he's stoic, but it seems like he's been working hard to keep the demon under control. I think you gave him that potion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave him a potion, and we still have some seeds. Oh, I have a great idea. Let's plant the duskflower seeds in the sunroom.
There you go.
That's smart.
There you go.
Kevik would,
I would.
or Balak would say, that would be a good idea. Then we could make more potions in case I need them too.
Yeah.
Right.
We have amongst maybe the refugees, anybody who has like agrarian knowledge. What is that in this game? Nature or something like that,
Yeah,
or
it would be nature or what's it called? Herbalism. Which
herbalism? Yeah.
I think Rhea has herbalism because she's the one that's been brewing a bunch of potions.
Oh, we got a fucking druid. Yeah. Can we put her towards growing some shit? Yeah.
She says, yes, I can. She says, wait, tell me about this room with the sunstone. She gets all excited. There's plants growing there, and she just immediately goes to check it out.
Oh, hey, new guy, you want to check out the sunroom, huh? I'm just kidding.
You're talking to talking about Balinor? He says, no, I need to rest, but maybe later.
Yeah, sure.
So Rhea goes running down there. She says, "Let me see what I can do to set this place up." She would say, "If you can get power back so the Sunstone comes on, that would help us greatly for growing certain things."
Oh, can we give her the auto digger 5,000?
Sure, if you want. We'll say you leave it in that room so she can use it.
That's a good idea.
Just temporarily.
All right. So
during the time that Clank was making those, I would have ritual cast raries, including our party that's going to be going to the north, and up to 3 or a bunch up to 8. So probably like the 3 of us going, and then or 4 of us going, and then all 4 more people. So like Karn, Balak, Rhea, and Kevik would all have raries as well.
okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so yeah, during the 10 minutes that Clank made some snacks and then went, oh shit, we should check out that room. I'll say you cast raries. So Balak would say, that guy kind of creeps me out a little. You guys really seem to like him, huh?
He's saying this through the telepathic link.
Yeah.
Oh, Kudo will say like, yeah, I think he's swell, but I will admit, the voice in my mind is telling me to be careful of him, to be wary of him. He senses magic on him. I would say some people that have been with me for a while notice that I talk to myself often, and I'll be like, the voice in my head, remember?
Balak nods and he says, interesting.
So I did think it was weird he didn't want to eat any food after that. You'd think that, wouldn't matter how bad the food tasted or whatever, you think you'd want to eat something, right? That's my concern.
How dare you say my food tasted bad? I have
didn't
little to
say
work
bad.
with here. I thought it was quite phenomenal.
I thought it was tasty too. Linus, you did a wonderful job.
Kevik says, yeah, I kind of agree with your friend Balak. I'm not sure about this guy.
And just
go ahead.
Just remember, we have like the scorch marks of my slot over here.
Yeah, there's like a chalk outline on the floor where he blasted.
Yeah, and I don't know how strong this effect is on us, but like, I don't know if I really want to walk into a disintegration ray. Even though
you definitely wouldn't want to walk in to test it. But you think if there's another way you could test it, it would be a good idea to get the power back on.
Okay.
Oh,
Something
right
we
up
could
there.
dispel?
Well, you're not sure if it's still active. You still see the gem on top of the door. But you know, or at least you're pretty sure the power's off.
Okay. I think I have an idea. I could do two things. One is to summon Frank again, and he can give it another try. The other is to take out that gem using my telekinesis.
First the first, and then the second the latter.
Kevik says.
And then another.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, Kevik would say I could try shooting it, but I don't know if we want to break it. It is kind of a useful deterrent.
Let us step around this corner and let's send Frank through again.
Alright, so you're summoning Frank?
Yeah, summon Frank.
I'm peeking around the corner.
I will extend this.
So
using,
there is what did you say? It was like a dark portal opens and he comes lumbering through again.
yeah, like a pink portal just opens up and he steps through and gives a bow to Kudo, and Kudo would return the bow.
It says, Master, the disintegration ray was quite painful. Do not make me go die again, please.
I'm pretty sure it's powered off. Maybe try this side of the hallway.
Oh,
You've got this.
okay. He just happily prances down the hallway. Blah, 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 blah. As he steps there, indeed, nothing would happen.
Oh, sweet. You see him tilt his head back, laughing. Oh, I knew it all along. And he'll step up to the door and try to see if it opens, I guess.
You are smart, Master. So he walks up to the door, but this door doesn't seem to have a handle like the other doors. It looks like if you get a little closer... Well, wait, what's Frank's perception? Just have him give me a wisdom
low.
check.
Let me see real quick. I don't think he's good at that. It's +0.
Oh, Master, the door does not open.
Okay. Well, I think the path is no longer disintegration grade, and Frank will just double check, stepping on all the squares. And I'll come off feeling a little bit safer now. And I'm gonna blow that flour. First, I eat some of the flour, and then I blow some of it on the door, and I walk away.
So you are suddenly startled, Ophelia, as there is a hand on your shoulder. And you see Balinor there. Says hello again.
Hi, Balinor.
I was suddenly feeling a lot better, so I thought I'd come up here and see how you all were doing. Oh, a slot.
Hi.
How fun.
How'd you just show up behind me like that?
He says, oh, I apologize. I probably should have announced myself. But I just came walking up behind you.
I'll message Karn across the telepathic bond that we have, and I'll be like, "Is everything okay back there?"
Oh, Karn, yeah, he says, I deal with thoughts of chaos, but I keep control of myself, at least for now.
Okay.
Are you well, Kudo?
Just, I am doing okay. I want to check in with you guys every once in a while. I think we're gonna go north if we can make it past this door.
We are mostly exploring the bunker, but staying close to the mess hall. I myself am not doing much, as I fear too much distraction might cause me to lose control.
Understood.
Crotus is taking several of the scouts around to different rooms to scout, and I believe one of the Celestials is asleep in the kitchen.
Oh, that's odd. That's an odd place to sleep. But
Celestials?
He says one of the Celestial guards.
Do we have any Celestial guards left?
Yeah, remember
Maybe-
Riala freed a bunch of them from the prison. They weren't the original ones. These are new. Oh wait, were these the tieflings? That's right, these are tieflings. Sorry. No, you're right.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
tiefling guards. So yeah, he says one of the tieflings is asleep in the kitchen.
okay, that's a strange place to sleep.
I do not question these infernal bloods.
Maybe ask one of the other tieflings to check in on him. I do not know. That's
Very
strange.
well.
I will also add that my background is I don't know if this makes a difference, but my background is the haunted one, which here I'll paste it. I came equipped with I have
A
in
few
my
fun things.
steaks and holy water and shit like that. So I don't know if any of these clues I would be clued in on any of this shit. Yeah.
You're not the only haunted one.
Oh, you are too? Nice.
Yeah.
Huh.
So something terrible haunts you from your past, right?
Yeah. So it didn't have to necessarily do with vampires, but it is kind of like the source of it. So it came from Curse of Strahd, and that's the stuff I have. So
All right.
But-
Well, I will keep that in mind. But you guys who went up
Okay.
to the door, give me perception checks.
Yeehaw.
oh,
You said
I
you're
did blow
using
it.
the flower.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, so
I would've
Linus,
upcast.
I'll say, as Kudo's blowing the flower on some of the parts of the door, you would notice another, what looks like another panel in the wall, like the last one that he found.
I'll point that out and begin opening it.
All right, so you pull it open, and looks like there is another handprint scanner to open the door. You would also notice, well, actually, give me investigation. You might know something from looking at this. All right, so looking it over, there's some sort of lever inside the panel as well. The last one didn't have this.
Excuse me.
Maybe a manual override. But I think
Sorry.
we should step around the corner.
Yeah, I think that's a wise decision.
Yeah.
Ophelia, do you want to move?
Oh, you're just gonna go at it? Okay, yeah, sure. Say, Baliner, why don't you come back here in case you don't get hit by something?
He nods. He says, "How thoughtful."
And I'll pull the lever.
All right, so as you pull the lever, the door opens just a crack. Something clicks.
Peek around the corner.
And you are now able to look through. You think getting this door open, you're going to have to probably use some strength, and a crowbar might help too.
Cool. Well, I'll pull out a crowbar. It seems it's jammed, friends. Is there anybody who wants to help me? Someone big and strong.
Did you check for traps?
So Balinor
I
just
have
steps
not.
up and rips the door with his claw and says, "After you all."
That's pretty strong, Valinor.
Are you familiar with this place, Eleanor?
Says
After
no,
you.
no, but as I said, this claw comes in handy for feats of strength. He steps in.
Slot nods in approval.
Alright, so there's a bunch of interesting things in this room. The most obvious being a stone archway in the middle that looks a lot like the destroyed one you found in the parking lot within the ruins of the other city. There are a bunch of tables with some supplies. Looks like some are normal, some are magical. And a pedestal here with an obsidian top that looks very much like one of the pedestals that you put the soul crystals in to power something. It doesn't look like it's part of the initial construction of this place, like the normal architecture, almost like someone created it afterwards. And on top of the pedestal, there is a crystal that is clear.
Oh, shit.
I look at Linus and say, should I grab that?
You would recognize this as a soul crystal, but there's no energy in it.
I will mage hand pick it up, pull it over to me.
Alright, so a spectral hand will grab the crystal and gently float it over to you.
This soul
Valinor says,
crystal
do
is
you
empty,
recognize
then?
it?
It looks somewhat familiar.
I don't
however,
recognize it. What is it?
It looks like one of our other crystals, but this one's different. It's clear.
Other
I
crystals.
think Arcana, because yeah, I think the group does have one of the soul crystals, don't you? Or the arcane crystal.
We do have an arcane crystal, yeah.
Do you have any soul crystals?
I think so. I
think
assume
we
so.
would.
Let me check my notes. What does this group have?
I have an arcane crystal currently in my inventory. I think somebody else.
There is a soul crystal in my bag
Yep.
holding.
In yours,
Yep.
okay, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, this looks very similar to those, except it doesn't have any energy pulsing inside it like the other ones. You would notice on the console here, there is a note.
What does the note have to say?
I will show you. Maybe, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. It seems to be... it seems to be written by Hovik, addressing Caliban. Which, as far as you know, Hovik thought Caliban dead, so maybe he wasn't in the best state of mind, but it seems to be a bit of a recording of some of the things he was doing here.
Cool.
So that's what it says.
Maybe we should read it for the stream.
Alright.
It's on screen, they
Go.
can read it.
I did my best to get this working. The original base is quite the technological feat. Luckily, it seems the Soul Crystal was able to power it with a slight modification. While the crystal's power is considerable, the energy to keep this facility functional is substantial. There's probably about a year of power in a fully charged crystal, taking the power conversion into account, which is less than ideal. Times like this, I feel fate is spiting me for the ridicule of artificers. Their understanding of machinery would certainly be useful now. The bunker's original power source has something to do with the radiant energy that's irradiated the area above. With more time, I might be able to get to the original power source working, which should have an almost limitless amount of power. The radiance seems self-sustaining.
Looking at the table here also, you would see there's some arcane and divine components, or religious, I should say. I'll put those in chat.
Can I take those religious components, friends?
Take it. It's all you.
It does come in handy. Aw, only 140? Okay.
The arcane, who can use it? Just
Ashes.
Ashes and myself.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I will take 200 of it, and then someone reminds Ashes to add 200 to hers. Or I don't know if you can just add it to her spreadsheet, to her character.
Yeah, I think I can do that. Let me see. Does she have components somewhere?
I'll put them in my inventory so I can convert them into ink.
But what? Her 200?
Yeah, she would want ink instead.
Sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Alright, so you can take them.
And pass them along so it's not floating around in space.
Yeah.
Balinor would say, do you think I could get 100 of the arcane? I might be able to do something with it.
What are you gonna do?
Says, well, I'm not incredibly well versed in the arcane. I believe I might be able to perform a ritual that can divine some answers about where we are and what dangers might be around here.
Okay. I'll give him 50 of mine, and then I don't know if you want to give...
Yeah, for sure. I'll give 50.
Says, thank you. You both are very generous. He gives you a smile.
You will tell us the results, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I will definitely tell you what comes of this as he pockets it. He says, do you
And this
have...
is just...
Or go ahead.
No, he's about to say something important.
Oh, he was just
ahead.
going to say, do you have any way of replacing whatever that power source was?
Actually, I think I do. I will take out the arcane crystal and put the arcane crystal in the slot.
Wait, before you do that, do we want to try to take the gem out of the door that frickin' disintegrated us?
Oh, yeah, smart.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can I have Frank try to pry out the gem carefully?
Yeah. I bet.
So Frank takes a look at it. He says, I could pry it out, yes. It might break whatever this contraption is, though. Is that what you wish, Master?
I'll look at the others. What do you think?
Yeah, let's Frank, let you and I take a look at it.
Yeah, is there a better way to disable it? A more careful way?
I don't know, Master. I'm not very... Well, does he have Arcana? I don't think slots are very good with...
No, he doesn't. But I was kind of asking the group, and hopefully maybe Frank,
Gotcha.
Linus is good. Yeah. If it's Arcana, then I can give it a whirl.
Alright, so you take
I'm not
a
as
closer...
good as I'm not as good as Ashes if she's can help.
Yeah, I'll say she can help from the background.
He also has EB, Lou, if it's gonna matter.
Oh.
19.
Alright, so you think that if you pry the gem out, it could cause an explosion of arcane energy. It might just break whatever this trap is. So it might not be a good
I'll
idea.
warn everybody of that.
You think
Okay.
you might be able to dispel magic it though.
No.
That
Okay,
would
yeah, I might
that would
dispel it.
cause it to become basically inoperative.
Inert.
Yeah, like you don't know if you could turn it back on if you did that. But that might be the safer way of dispelling the trap. All right, so you're gonna cast it.
Yeah.
DC. Let's disintegrate 7th level.
Oh lordy,
Oh,
17
God.
DC.
Or is it
Jesus.
6th level? I forget.
I think it's 6.
I
I'm not
thought it
positive,
was like
though.
5th, 4th or
Oh,
5th.
No, it's
Is
not
it?
4th.
Disintegrate.
Not
It
fourth.
might be
It's
5th.
not.
But I think it. I thought it. I think it's 6th. Let me see. Yeah, 6. So DC 16 on your check.
Okay. EB, and what is it? I use. What is it? Wisdom plus.
Yeah, D20 plus Wisdom.
Okay, so I can just do a Wisdom roll plus a D4. Okay.
All right.
Nice.
So yeah, you think this should now be in like inert? It shouldn't work anymore.
Okay.
I'll say Linus. Give me a Wisdom save.
Oh no. Why are you making me do this?
Oh,
All right.
Whoa.
So you feel strange for a moment as a voice in the back of your mind says, "Give me back my body. I could be of use here. You don't know anything about this sort of magic."
I would whisper back to him, how do I do that?
And he says, "You're the one who stole it."
I would love to. Clank, help me here. Help us, and we'll figure out how to get your body back.
He just yells, "Give it back! Give it back! Give it back!" But then your psyche forces him back down with your wisdom save. And he just goes quiet again. Are you alright,
so-
friend?
No.
Can we silvery barbs that?
No. Strixhaven portal is closed.
I failed the important wisdom save and pass. The one that I could
important
do. Yeah.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Let me spend some time studying this area.
Alright, well, there is a... what looks like a screen of some sort. Again, almost like an obsidian black glass panel. It's all dark. Underneath there is looks like some kind of, almost like a stone tablet with a bunch of symbols on it. And again, this pedestal over here, which seems like it might be the power source of this place, or at least where you would put the power source. This one table had a bunch of components, which you've taken. This other table here, kind of as you see, has like some rope and other more normal supplies. There's some chairs here, there's doors going west and north, and that's probably about all you see.
What is that stone tablet?
Stone tablet? What do you mean?
You said there was a stone tablet with some stuff inscribed on it.
Oh
Yeah.
on the
Let's read those.
underneath the screen. Basically looks like a keyboard.
I will go up to it and take some flour and blow some dust on it.
On the keyboard? Alright. Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
these symbols are probably meant to be pushed. Do you want to try to push some of them?
When I blow
Actually-
the dust.
Sorry, you would recognize the writing on them. The symbols are letters, like common.
Oh,
So yeah,
And if
you
I
would
blow the
recognize
dust
the writing.
nice. And if I blow the flour on it, do I see any keys that look more well pressed or something? Or no?
I mean, there's probably a good, there's probably presses on all of them.
Okay.
Are you going to try to push any of
Well-
them? Or what's everyone doing?
letting the other group decide before I kind of just put this crystal in.
That might be step number one.
Well,
And how do we feel about Balinor over there? He seems like a nice guy.
he's a cool dude.
Balinor says.
He hasn't given
Oh,
us.
wait. Are you talking in
That
your
would be like
heads?
tell. Yeah.
Alright, he's still just standing there. Him and
I-
the slod.
He hasn't given us any reason, really, to distrust him. He hasn't done anything bad yet.
He was. Yeah, no, you're right.
It's weird that he didn't
Uh,
want to eat the food, but that's not enough that, like, I want to just outright.
Should
Not
we
trust him.
try this soul crystal before we try the arcane crystal?
Which one is less precious? And the note said
The soul
Maybe-
crystal.
a soul crystal. And arcane crystals are just like knowledge crystals, right? And I'm asking this out of character. Yeah. Maybe we don't know. I do not know.
So from what Ophelia, did one of you make a check on the arcane crystals?
We did. Yeah, this is a while ago now.
So
Forever.
I'll say Kudo, you can make a check as well. You might know something. It's Arcana DC 22.
And emboldening bond, but I don't think that's not gonna even make it.
Yeah, so Ophelia would tell you that the arcane crystals are also energy crystals, but instead of using life force, they just use pure arcane energy. They are much more ethical to make, and they are much more powerful than soul crystals.
Oh, okay.
But no one knows how
No.
to make them anymore. That's why people started making soul crystals to power ancient technology.
It was the
Maybe
Rune
the soul
Masters.
crystal then.
Yeah, Rune Masters had the knowledge to make the arcane crystals, but they don't know. We don't know how now.
No, the
Gotcha.
Rune Masters did not.
Oh.
They that's why there was that scandal where some of them were working with the Shadow Lord to create soul crystals using people.
Oh.
Oh, don't tell me this. I don't know all this. But anyways, you guys pick whatever you think you can spare. I mean, both crystals are extremely powerful. It's up to you. They're not my crystals.
Kudo, just so you know, we would have shared this information if you were at, like,
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've been like, hey, this is what these are.
Like every night, like we probably would have chatted stories and stuff. So
I
Alright.
just realized this door is open. Should've
This
been
is
closed. Oh,
this
well.
is like information that we have found out. So, like, during this playthrough.
Yeah, so they
So,
might
yeah,
have shared
we shared.
the information, like the history of the Rune Masters and why the Shadow Lord was locked up and why a bunch of the Rune Masters were executed because they were working
What
with
is
the
up?
Shadow Lord.
Weird. What is this? Is it a bathroom?
Yeah, it looks like another toilet.
Well, this one's more spacious than the others. I'm going to use this one.
It's a bigger toilet. Yeah. It's
I
not
go,
one of those tiny
Kudo, what are you
ones.
doing? Oh gosh.
It's been too
Uh,
long. I gotta poop.
Ophelia. I'll put this soul crystal in here. Since that was what was written in the note. So I'll put the soul crystal into there.
Alright, so as you place the soul crystal atop the pedestal, once again the area lights up. And all the halls become lit from the light fixtures. You would also see the screen here turn on. And this portal looks like it powers on for a moment, but then turns off.
Oh,
Oh, Balinor. Do you know any of this over here?
He says, I'm sorry, my friends. I don't know much about this room or even this part of the compound. but this seems to be some sort of portal device. Says perhaps that screen there might have some answers.
Man, Plank would have been able to hack into this thing. But well, if you can
Let me try.
recall his summon his knowledge. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Let me try.
Was that out loud or in your minds?
I'll say it out. I say it out loud. Yeah.
So Balinor would say, "Who is this Clank?"
He was an old friend of ours. Something weird is happening with these rifts of time, or something
Yes.
like. I am also have experienced it personally.
I am stuck in his body.
You are Linus.
Yes.
He says, "Are
yes,
you,
I just said I'm stuck in this body.
Are you not
With
a?
Clank.
Are you not a Kenku naturally then?"
I used to be human back in on. You said you were from Gaia.
Yes.
Whereabouts?
He says, "I lived within the Teruvian Empire. Crossroads
Well-
was where I come from."
Crossroads.
Balinor,
Yes.
what was the year when you came here from the Abyss? You knew we were 13th cycle. I'm just curious. Like, we can't come from the year 1157.
He says, "You are quite a ways in the future from when I came." He says, "I was closer to the arising from below." He says, "I actually existed in the time when the cataclysm was in effect. I came up with many of the others who formed the Teruvian Empire."
Is that my time?
Your time was even before that. If what he's because he says it sounds like he's talking about the reemergence from the deep.
Okay.
Which
Oh,
you
so
know,
we-
yeah, which you know is supposed to happen like another 500 years in the future from when you were in there, when you were below ground. At least if the cycles were the same as what your research said. But in any case, he says, "So this Clank, why do you think he'd be helpful here?"
He's quite smart.
He's an artificer.
I never meant to be in this position. He's quite smart. So
He says, "Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I can do anything to help you. I don't have much in the way of psychic energy." And he walks up to you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and says, "Perhaps it would be a good time to let go of your inhibitions and listen to Clank. Give me a wisdom save."
Oh my lord.
So you feel very relaxed for a moment, kind of thinking about what he's saying. Do you want to resist him, or do you think this is a good idea? Actually, as he does this, something inside you naturally lashes out, almost fighting back against the suggestion. Do you want to listen to him or listen to this natural reaction you're having?
I'll listen to the natural reaction.
All right, give me another wisdom save with advantage. And as you kind of shake your head, no, that's not a good idea. You don't think it's a good idea to let Clank gain control.
I'll look at Ophelia and say, I don't know if it's a good idea to let Clank fully gain control.
I think Balinor told you to do that.
Yeah, it was Balinor. He seems a little sad, and he says, "Perhaps not. Well, if you cannot give him what he wants, then I don't know if he can help us here, Linus." He just kinda steps
maybe
away.
with time, Clank, I have been trying to bridge the gap with him and figure out a way to balance. So maybe with time, we'll be able to bring him here to help us.
All right. So Yeah.
Can I call Detoris and see if Detoris knows anything about this?
Sure. So you commune with your, what was it? Your
Ion Stone.
Ion Stone. What do you say to him?
I say, Detoris, I'm hoping you might have some information. There seems this may be a way for us to return home, but seems nobody here knows how to use this or figure it out, and figure with your knowledge of the Raylan Empire and their technologies, you might have some ideas.
He says it does seem very similar to technology from the old Empire. He says you might be able to use those keys to form words on the screen. That will possibly let you interact with the console.
What should I type? Do you have an idea of something that might be helpful?
He says, "Well, I think you should be able to speak to it through the words you type. So speak to it as you'd speak to any entity."
Okay, so I guess I go up to the council and Siri. I go up to it and I say, "Are you able to answer some questions?"
You start very carefully pressing one key after another. What are you gonna type in?
Yeah. I say, "Can you help answer some questions for us?"
The screen would write back, "What do you wish to know?"
Are we able to use this portal?
The screen would type back, "The portal is currently shut down. It needs to be repaired."
How do we repair the portal?
So it prints out a list of things that looks like may have been prepared by someone else who was working on the portal. And it asks, what area do you wish to visit with the portal?
Gaian?
Alright, so...
Actually, before I say that, can I say the Celestial Realm?
So it says, there are several different portals that can be opened using the device. He says the Celestial Realm is not currently one of them. There is a portal, so it gives you some information. Give me a sec. Gaian is one of the options.
I am going to share this telepathically, while I'm doing it, if they're not reading over my shoulder while I'm doing it. And if they got any information or advice about things, if you guys wanted to type it in chat, questions to ask, I will do so as well.
Kudo's looking over your shoulder.
So it seems like they're...
time?
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, go. You finish up. That's important.
Oh, well, you get back, there are 4 places this portal can connect to. It looks like the astral plane is functioning, but the other 3, Gaian, the heavens, the hells, are not.
If we were to repair it so that we can go back to Gaian, what time would it take us there?
Are you typing that in?
I will type it in, yeah, as Kudo's asking.
It would say the current time that exists in the realm, which is connected to all the different realms differently.
You know what that time is?
Yes, give me a sec. Technically, I think you guys do out of character anyway.
Actually, we might know in character too, because we did been sending messages back and forth. But
Yeah, so it is the 71st of fall at 9:35 p.m.
Okay.
I think. Let me check something. I gotta look at my notes now.
So that's kind of been
You're asking
like the
hard
times are
questions.
passing the same
Yeah.
as we've been here since we've traveled.
Yeah, we kind of know that already because we've been talking to some of the people we know back there.
Sithril, I think, yeah.
With Thrall and the Queen.
Let me see.
So do I, Linus. But we can't use teleportation circles. Only work within the same plane, I believe.
Sorry, just doing some calculations.
No problem. Yeah, it's hard to convert Gregorian calendar to Chinese calendar. I don't know.
Alright, so you find out it is currently the 45th of spring, 11:58 in Gaian.
Oh, wow.
So quite a bit more time than you thought seems to have passed.
Oh, how many years is that, guys? You
Well, it's only one extra year, but you thought it was
about 6 months. We thought
Yeah,
it was
the 58th of fall, but it turns out, it's like 2 seasons ahead. Each season is 90 days, or 90-something days. So a couple of, I think like 180-something days extra had passed.
Because you're right, we didn't ask the specific day. We just know that their attack on Isik or whatever failed and they had to retreat.
Yeah, so then you'd know for a fact now that time is passing a good amount quicker in the abyss.
Okay. I type in where in the astral plane does this portal connect to, and where in Gaian does this portal connect to? Like, I guess I'd want locations for all 4. I guess would be the.
So
Because Gaian's pretty big. Take us anywhere there.
The name wouldn't ring a bell to you. Let's see. You don't recognize the names, although actually history might tell you something. DC, I'll say 20. This is actually pretty obscure knowledge.
Is Ashes good?
Oh, yeah, I can roll for Ashes. Maybe she knows something.
I will emboldening bond. Ashes can do so as well. Actually, I'm going to use one of my inspiration here as
She's
well.
not trained though.
I do.
Yeah,
I
she
am
would
trained,
know.
and I trained inspiration emboldening bond.
It's like not my world.
Ooh, that's 18 plus 20.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh, did you do inspiration? All right.
I did call that, yeah.
So the name Renalia rings a bell. You think that is a continent that has existed in past cycles, but obviously the Teruvian Empire does not have any knowledge of where it is. None of the people in the current cycle know much about Renalia. There's rumor that several of the ships from the Elven lands may have found the Renalian continent. So the elves might be colonizing it, but you don't know.
Interesting. Maybe those fucking shadow elves or whatever.
The Shatterkai. No, it would be the High Elves, the ones to the north of the mountains.
Oh. Okay. And Durston's nothing. Don't
Yeah,
know that.
you don't. Durston does not ring a bell. You're not sure what that place is.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess that's not bad. We know that.
Oh, and you asked the astral plane, right?
Yeah.
Wait, this
Oh,
place is
it's-
powered up now, right? Because
Yes.
the
It
computer.
is.
Okay, cool.
It would give you Caverna of the Astral Sea.
Oh, so it's like Caverna of the Astral Sea, so it would be Durston of Renalia. It's not two different places.
No, yeah, Durston is a place in Renalia, you think.
Okay, okay.
Maybe ask it the door in the front with these protective magics. How do we turn them on and off and gain access normally?
And disable the defenses of this place so we're not being attacked by these spiders.
Give me one moment.
Alright.
So when you say that, it would say security settings can be changed to allow new people to access the bunker, but it requires the correct permissions. I do not sense that. I do not sense that Hovik is in the area. Currently, he is the only one with permissions to change security.
Okay.
So it seems like maybe this screen can somehow see or sense you.
Yeah. I've got a retina
Wow.
scanner.
Well, friends.
I ask if there's any way that we can, or anybody else can get the permissions that Hovik has.
It says Hovik would be required. There isn't another way. That said, you would... well, give me Arcana checks.
I will also use inspiration and emboldening bond.
Okay.
And crew recall.
Kudo.
I say emboldening bond might
guidance
run
as
out
well.
soon. It's been a while.
Okay.
Alright, so
Oh.
even though it
22.
says there's no way, Kudo, you would guess that there must be some kind of magic that could be used to maybe change that. Again, you being a sorcerer, you don't have much knowledge of these type of weird ancient technologies. But given time, you might be able to figure something out if you were just maybe typing or like putting words in and maybe asking more questions. You think maybe if you ask the right question, you might be able to change things. But again, having Clank might be very useful in this situation, or at least some kind of
Yeah.
artificer.
Sounds like a week-long downtime project.
Yeah, it might take time.
But I'll ask telepathically to the group. Should we inquire about our new friend back there? I wonder if he has a file on here.
That's smart, actually. Yeah, once Kudo suggests that and Linus says it seems wise, yeah, go ahead, we'll ask it.
It's right here, though.
I don't care. I don't care.
I assume you're using the mental link to say all this stuff.
Yes.
My friend, Hovik. You're not Hovik, you're Balinor. Let me show you the gardens and show you around. We must see what else has opened up since we turned the power on.
He says that's probably a good idea, and he follows you. So you take him over to the gardens.
Yeah.
All right. So what do the other two do?
Ask about Balinor and his profile or whatever, any information they have on him, the prisoners.
I'm sending Frank with Clank, and I'm giving him the instructions to protect Linus.
Okay. So when you ask about Balinor, a whole bunch of information pops up on the screen. It looks like it is a bunch of notes on several experiments done on Balinor, which means he was probably telling the truth about that. And it does list him as a vampire.
I will send that message over to Linus. He's a vampire. That's why he's so handsome.
That's why he's so handsome. For some reason, Linus does not get your message.
I look over at Kudo and I go, "That son of a bitch, let's go."
Yeah, I'll go over there and I'll tell Frank this then. Frank would be with them.
Yeah, alright. So Frank is with them. So going south, you would actually find Linus near the kitchen. Just kind of standing there.
I thought you were going to the sunroom.
Yes, I must have
So
gotten
you thought,
distracted.
yeah, you were going to the sunroom, but then for some reason you don't know why, but you went over to the kitchen, and you would see your creature is with him.
I wonder how that tiefling is doing in the kitchen.
So the tiefling wouldn't be there anymore. You don't see anyone in the kitchen right now. Karn looks over. He says, "Yes."
Yeah, what happened to the tiefling that was sleeping in the kitchen?
Oh, I believe he got up a little while ago and just went over to the bedroom. He kind of points over at the bunk over here.
We go in there. Do we see anything?
Oh, there.
So there is a tiefling. One of your people is kind of sitting on the bed over here, rubbing his face. He looks up and he says, "Oh, hello, friends."
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Sure. So if you go look at him, go ahead, give me a medicine check.
Emboldening bond. You said it's running out.
I'm going to say at this point it ran out because it definitely
Alright.
has been some time.
Last charge for the day. Using it again.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a medicine check.
Yep. Bam.
Alright, so looking over him, he seems very tired. Looks a little drained. And that's when you'd notice two small holes in his neck.
You son of a bitch. I look at Linus then. I immediately come over and check Linus too.
No, Linus doesn't have any holes in his neck. He seems normal.
Okay.
The
Hey, Mary.
tiefling says, "Is everything all right?" As he looks, he sees you look kind of worried.
I say, yeah, for now. Okay. Yeah. Is there any object that I saw that Balinor had on him that I would recognize? Like, I don't know, like a token, something on his neck?
He had the big
Oh, the gauntlet.
Gauntlet, yeah.
Locate object on that gauntlet.
Alright. So you would sense him somewhere in the... Can we locate objects? Let me see what it says.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it did. Actually, do we want to take a break? Because we're at 7:30. We might want to do 10 minutes since Mary just got here anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, and fill her in a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
I need to get a coffee, so I'll be right back. Welcome, Mary.
Welcome, Miri. We're you can drag yourself over here where I'm pinging.
I see both Rhea and Ashes on the board. Did we bring Rhea out for something?
Rhea's
Rhea-
having fun in the farmland area. She's messing with all the crops.
Yeah, she's
Dust
playing
flowers.
Stardew Valley in the sunroom with
Yeah.
the duskflower seeds.
She's planting all the seeds.
She's making tree friends.
Yeah, alright, I'll be right back.
She's not a high enough level for them to be relevant, but she's making tree friends anyway.
Yeah.
Not that I ever intend to
So-
return to the abyss and make use of these tree friends.
So what you missed? You ready?
There's a vampire that's gnawing on our NPCs.
Yeah. That was the dude that was in the cage that we released.
The one with the gauntlet. I caught that just as I logged in.
He's super charming. We all like him. Turns
Not
out, yeah,
because
he's a
we-
vampire.
Not because we want to, because we have to.
Ophelia's the only
Charming.
one that, yeah, didn't fall for it, but she's like, hey, he seems pretty cool.
Did
Like-
did Ashes like make a roll? Like I don't know, because Ashes was at the front door when you like encountered him, so she may not have actually met him yet.
Yeah, she was kind of just in the background, so she
Yeah.
had met him, but everybody kind of met him. Our whole camp is here, Karn. We kind of told him to keep an eye on everybody.
Oh, so
He
they
got-
did come. Okay, cool. Because
Yeah.
when we ended last session, like I was by the door waiting to open it for when our camp came, and then you guys were rolling initiative because you had just encountered Gauntlet Dude. But
Yeah.
I didn't know like if Ashes had actually come back together with y'all and met him.
Ophelia like cast a spell magic. Kudo did a illusory magic to show him as a true self. He stopped attacking us. We talked with him a bit. We went to the northern room. Kudo used his slot to check it. We were able to get through. Kudo and Linus were able to open it. We go inside. We find a computer terminal. Turns out we can't disable anything here. There is a portal in there. The portal does connect to Gaian, the Astral Realm, Heaven Realm, and Hell Realm. Only the Astral Realm is on right now.
Where's the
we
computer?
Say again?
Where is the computer?
In the very north room that had the disintegrate ray that destroyed the slot originally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's not revealed on my map, so I guess Ashes hasn't gone up there. But okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
We used there was an empty soul crystal that was powering that ran out of power. We put a powered soul crystal in there, so there was power everywhere in here again, which started the computer. We asked it a bunch of questions. We need Hovik basically to change any permissions, or if we ask the right questions and try to do a workaround, Lou said we can possibly do that, so a possible downtime activity to do this. There's a list of things we need to get that I don't think Lou gave us to possibly connect over to Gaian. While we were getting information about our captured prisoner, which did reveal that he was a vampire, Linus took him out of the room so we could get all the information about him. And Linus is not bit, but one of the tieflings was, which is the one that's in the room. Did I kind of miss anything, guys? That was a real quick speed run.
So who has holes in their neck?
One of the tieflings. Ophelia is now using locate object on his gauntlet to try to track him down. You want to kill him? Matt might be with his family. He has shown us no value. Trying to think if there's anything else really we've covered. A lot of it was like RP and talking and just lore drops and information. Hovik was the wizard that used to experiments. The vampire dude actually is from the beginning of the 13th cycle when they were re-emerging. So he has knowledge of the old information. What will he contribute to us? I think that me personally, outside of character, I think he can give us information. If he knows.
I mean, I guess my big question is, how does Ophelia feel about a vampire within our midst?
I mean, I guess if he's not killing people, I'd be okay with it.
Are you fighting people?
Fighting people is not cool. I'd be pissed about that, but I'd be like, dude, if you were a
I saw
vampire, just
that.
tell us. I can give you some blood. Like, he would be like, dude, I could have just given you some of
I don't
my
know.
blood.
Vampires are undead.
Yeah,
Are they?
vampires are undead. Yeah.
Stop justifying yourself.
Oh,
You
yeah.
murdered
you're
murdered
right.
people before. You backstabbed them.
I don't know that, though. Could there be peaceful vampires?
You don't know vampires?
Are there not peaceful? Are there not, like... I'm just curious
like, the
because obviously I've been
vegetarian?
swayed
Like
by
the
pop culture.
A vegan
know.
vampire.
Yeah, man, like Twilight, you know?
He just
Maybe
like
the dude
bites like
Feeds
hamburgers.
off of animals. I don't know. Or he blood on the dude. I don't know.
But yeah, they're totally undead, and I feel like your character would know that if you as a player
Yeah.
don't know it.
Yeah,
feel
I
like-
did not know that out of character.
That's too funny.
Yeah, I feel
I
like both.
assumed that there was other stuff,
feel like
but I
both-
didn't know that they were undead out of character. I guess
Yeah,
I
I
should
think-
have. I
I
just
feel
didn't
like-
think about it. I
Both
thought it was
Riala
great.
and Ophelia are probably not into trusting this guy or inviting him to our camp.
Now that I know
I would
that-
say a revenant is probably a better, like, more likely to be a better thing, like better morality wise than a vampire. Like vampires are usually like really evil, like usually.
Damn it.
But-
Yeah, then she's not gonna like him.
But you know, you're right though. It could be. I mean, he could be a Starian. I mean, he kind of looks. Yeah, you know, Starian. I mean, if you start talking like a Starian, I want him living in our party. I mean, that'd be fucking awesome.
If he's willing, I mean, if he's willing to change his ways, Ophelia is more forgiving than Arch is, apparently.
Oh man, I think
But
you're
no,
just
she's
fine
not gonna
thing.
like him. You're right. If he's undead,
Yeah.
he's gonna have to do a lot, and he did not give us the best first impression by doing that, huh?
He did not. He yeah.
I don't care how good looking he is. I'm a little pissed. Son of a bitch. I guess I kind of knew he's gonna, like, we all knew he was gonna be a vampire, right? Like,
No, I
Out
didn't
of
know that
character,
until
we
it was
knew.
said. I didn't.
oh, he was misty shaping and shit. Yeah.
I was totally calling it out in the chat, but
I know. I know.
Oh, it is an undead.
you know, I wish I was surprised like you were, though. I feel like I ruined it for myself.
I don't know why I thought vampire was a race and not a. Is it
You think of-
Dampier? Dampier's the race?
Dampier,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. Okay.
The Dampiers are half vampires, so like they don't have to be evil; they can be neutral.
Nope.
Okay, I guess I'm conflating the two a little bit here. Oops.
Like Eldwin.
Mhm.
Like he still retained a lot of his humanity, like mentally and emotionally.
I was like, yeah, we had a Dampier in the party, whatever.
Or like Blade, you know, fucking
Oh, yeah.
you know, he's shunned by both sides, forced to walk his own path. Some edgy shit like that.
I still think the daylight spell should count as sunlight. Just saying.
Sunlight spell is very, very powerful, so I understand why the daylight
That's
isn't that.
why he's not going into the farm room. You just need to drag him into the farm room.
Wait, there's
I'm
a
a
there's
I
a
mean,
there's a
we
sunlight
have-
spell.
Yeah, there's a sunlight spell. It's like level 6 or something, so it's much,
Oh,
much more
shit.
power. In
But,
fact,
that
it saved
sunstone,
one of my characters in a fight against
the
Shadow Lord.
sunstone in the farm room. He didn't go in the farm room with me. I was gonna show him the
Yeah.
farm.
Well, listen to this. I could fucking telekinesis this mof. Now that we know he's a vampire, I could telekinesis and drag him into that fucking.
We have a lot of manacles as well.
A lot of what?
Manacles. We could put him in manacles. And push
Oh
him in.
yeah.
Can't you
But
just like Misty
Or-
escape out of it?
Yeah, they could turn into mists, but we shouldn't metagame that hard. I mean, I know all their abilities, but yeah,
Well, at least one of us does.
they don't like running water either.
Yeah, but it's hard to.
Just walking water.
Yeah, it's hard to like if we're not at a river or something. It's hard to like use the running water thing against them with magic because you can't summon enough of it in general.
One time I had a character, a wizard, and he had. This is just so like it was so like weird because I never take this spell, but I did it for shits and giggles and didn't realize we were going to face vampires. But I had a watery spear or something like that. It
Yeah.
was pretty fucking good.
Does that count
If
as
I-
running? Does that count as flowing water?
I mean,
I think Rhea.
Yeah, Rhea used
Rhea
it to
seems
get.
our priority.
Yeah,
At one
Rhea.
point with watery spear.
Yeah, Rhea used it to get Clank and Eldwin through that fire trap in that weird underground cavern where we found some stuff. Yeah.
If I hold water and run with it, does that count?
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, she just like encased her party in like a bubble and then like rolled them over there because there was like a bunch of fire traps. And they ran in and they were dying, so like she did it from afar. Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
I'm back.
But they almost got washed down the drain. Like there was this like place that like the water was flowing to or something, and they almost like. But they made some saves and managed to not get swept away.
This is equipment that I have that came with my character's background, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the
Like-
holy water would probably be effective. At least, I mean, it's not going to kill him, but like it could.
So
hurt a
has
bit.
Kudo fought, or has Kudo fought vampires?
I haven't really written out his background that way, but it's like I considered him kind of like a monster hunter a little bit.
I mean,
Like,
with this
but-
equipment, it does seem like you have a bit of a monster hunter.
Takes out
Yeah,
the,
it just
takes out the blade sunglasses, like puts them on.
yeah, like I didn't like make him into Blade or anything like that, but I thought it'd be just a little bit like a touch of that. Let's just say it's not his like entire identity, but
Fair enough.
he's not like with you guys like, oh, I gotta hunt down vampires. But
So, and I will say, yeah, the voice in Kudo's head says a vampire would make sense. He says also, he says,
Told you so.
Caverna, that place rings a bell to me. He says we should visit there.
oh,
The Astral Sea might hold some answers for us.
oh, okay. I'll
Once
relay
this,
that to the rest of the party.
Once this vampire situation is dealt with, anyway.
Okay. I relay all that to the party through the telepathic link.
Alright, so it doesn't seem like he is in the area.
Is
What
he
do you
he's
want
not
to
within
do?
1,000 feet?
Well, let's see. No, I just mean he's not in this area.
Oh, the locate
Okay.
object. Where does that?
So you would sense his glove somewhere to the southeast.
That son of a bitch. Let's go. And I'm kind of like booking it because I don't want this to go.
Wait, what are we doing with the
Silent.
tiefling with the frickin' holes in his neck? Alright, I'll follow.
That's for a later issue, maybe. I don't know. Is there
How
anything
about-
we can do?
Like, is it this one? Is this the person?
It's the one in here that's like resting on a bed.
Oh, in there. Okay.
Yeah, that's Crotus.
Oh, right.
Crotus is just hanging out in the mess hall.
Do we think that they're going to turn or something?
I mean, you can use religion to know more about the bite.
Oh, I don't have any religion training.
I guess.
What
I
about
would
medicine?
know.
Medicine?
It would be more
No.
religion than medicine.
No, I specifically didn't take medicine on Ashes because I have medicine on like every other character. So yeah, that's fine. Like, should be a little
So,
word for the 2 point.
You know that just getting a vampire bite or a bite won't necessarily turn someone. There's actually a process for a vampire
Like
to
the
create
vampire
a
has
thrall
the
or to
specific-
create
the vampire
another
has to, like,
vampire.
specifically like give them a drop of blood or something, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a little bit, I think, different for D&D. I'd have to look it up, but
Did
mean-
you guys go down here? Where did you go?
creating
To the south.
creating a thrall would require him killing this guy, and it doesn't seem like he killed him. He just
Oh, I
took
went
some
too far
blood.
south.
Okay.
Okay, he's
So
just.
you don't think
he's just,
you're? Yeah, you don't think
He's
the
just
tiefling-
powering up.
Yeah, just getting some.
Oh,
some
I got
health.
myself stuck in a wall, Lou. I'm sorry.
All right, so Ophelia, you go down the stairs back into the prison area.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah,
following.
where's Frank?
this Locate object.
Can you pull Frank in here with me? Where did he go?
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, Frank.
Frank, where? Yeah.
You probably can just pull him back out, but yeah, we can say he's with you.
Okay.
So give me perception checks.
Emboldening bond. You have emboldening bond too. She's current.
Okay, thank you.
So as you enter this area, suddenly your locate object spell would just kind of go away when you lose you lose the tracking. But last you saw, he was somewhere down the hallway ahead of you. You would hear a voice in your head now. Ophelia, why is it that you're seeking me?
I go, you son of a bitch! Why don't you tell us you were a vampire?
He says, you didn't ask me.
Is this something you? Sorry, go ahead.
I just say, you know, like, at least you didn't kill anybody, but like, it would have been good information to know. Makes sense why you weren't eating the food.
So you're kind of looking around now, trying to see him.
Yeah.
Give me another perception check.
Are we advancing? Or are you doing it? From
I
here?
don't want to advance quite
Okay.
yet. If we're talking.
Did he
though.
go? Did we last send him to the south or the east?
To the south, somewhere down here.
I
He
am
says-
going to cast.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast psionically. Actually, yeah, I'm going to cast psionically see invisibility.
All right. So you are looking around with your see invisibility. You would hear in your mind. So what do you plan to do now that you know? Do you wish to kill me? Slay me?
Are you
No.
going to kill people?
He says, have I killed anyone yet?
Not yet. I mean,
The question
we
wasn't.
could've-
We don't know.
Go ahead.
that.
No, go ahead.
So this is in
I feel like-
Ophelia's mind. It seems like he's telepathically communicating.
Oh, it's just in Ophelia's mind.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
never mind.
I'm guessing she kind of stopped and maybe is looking around. Did you tell them you hear him in your mind, or are you just kind of keeping that to yourself?
Oh no, I didn't say anything yet.
So
I
you,
figure I'm like having this conversation.
I'll say, Kudo, you can definitely kind of recognize that she's having a psychic conversation, as you know, have seen her do this before with you.
Do not fall under his sway.
Sorry.
And technically, you guys are still charmed, even if you do know he's a vampire. That's Kudo and Linus. You might be a little bit
Oh.
more wary of him, but I mean, charm person is basically like you look at the things he does in the best
You can't
possible
attack
light.
them, right?
He's not controlling you per se. Like if he attacked you, then it's likely that you would. Well, you get another saving throw, obviously. I think if he
But he's
attacks you, it just
dreaming.
breaks. But yeah.
He's dreaming and just playing the card he was dealt. Nothing to fault, right?
Yeah, like I said, you
Yeah.
just kind of look on his actions with the best possible like intentions.
I would say, I'm not definitely a fan of the undead. Definitely have a disdain for them, but you haven't done anything that I deem worthy of killing you yet. I just wish you had told us, like,
For attacking one of our number.
or especially attacking one of our members.
He says,
Could have probably tried to help you.
Perhaps I could have been more honest. He says, but I did need some vitality. And if I had asked, would you have let me feed on your friend? Or would you have killed me?
I probably would have tried to just give you some of my blood. You don't
Give
have to
me-
feed on my neck, do you?
Give me a persuasion check.
Maybe
Maybe.
deception.
Or deception, yeah.
I would have, like, if he was, like, open and honest about everything, tried to have worked with him.
He says, really? Interesting. Would not have expected that from a cleric of Palor. He says, your kind is usually quite militant when it comes to my kind.
I have taken that approach for a long time, and my friends have shown me that not everyone is quite the same. Did he kill Kevik?
No, you did.
Oh,
That was as your other
Arch did.
character. Yeah, Arch did.
not
you,
Ophelia.
Oh, and by the way,
that's true.
Ashes, I did roll that you failed your save too, so you were also charmed by him.
Yeah. Okay.
I do
So-
say that, yeah, I do say that, like, my party has shown me that not everything is quite as black and white as I had grown up to seem it to be. It seems that morality is quite a spectrum.
He says, quite enlightened for a priest. He says,
I've made
You're full of surprises. He says, so if I reveal myself, what is your intention?
Well, I'd like to talk and have you still try to help us. I don't want to just outright kill you. It seems you have some great knowledge, and it seems that there is a greater evil afoot that we wish to get rid of.
Give me another persuasion check.
Emboldening bond.
I would say friends here in the Abyss are rare. Anybody, especially somebody from Gaia who wants to return, might be helpful.
Technically, you don't hear any of this.
Oh,
You
sorry,
still
my
just
bad.
see Ophelia kind of looking around.
Not cool. Not
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, you think he's you think he's a good guy, so you think
Yeah.
there's probably been a mistake here, or something akin to that. You can think whatever you want. That's just how you're supposed
That's kind
to.
of where I was going.
Yeah. Okay.
I forgot I was not that.
So with a 15, you would see a figure kind of almost like appear in the shadows up ahead. Kind of start walking down the hall. Very cautiously now, looking at Ophelia. He says, my apologies then for not revealing my identity in the first place. He says,
I strike and I try to kill him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
just lunge down the hall.
And you did not bring Rio with you, so you may not have a lot of backup on this.
Philistine! Stab. Then,
I just go, perhaps we can possibly discuss this. There are great evils on Gaian that we are looking to destroy, and if you promise not to kill any innocents, I'd be...
he says, I
Well,
will-
not just don't kill anybody, really.
He says, I promise not to kill any of your allies. Is that acceptable?
You also need to apologize to the Tiefling, and we'll have to explain this to everybody else. I'm not going to hide it from them.
You guys are talking aloud now?
Yeah, well, he is.
I'll be talking aloud now at this point too. Yeah. I say, guys.
Kudo would be like, you also must promise not to turn any of our our companions, our party.
He says
That's the last thing we need is exponential bloodthirst.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen this in movies.
He says, I have not created any thralls, and I did not intend to. As you say, a food source or a food source is limited as your camp would not serve a group of vampires well. So you have my word on that too.
Perhaps we can find more humane ways to deal with your need to feed.
He says, unfortunately, there isn't much of a choice I have. I must feed a certain amount over time, or I will perish.
Is it just blood you need?
I need humanoid blood, yes.
So,
Is my slot considered humanoid blood?
No, your slot's I think a demon or some kind of outsider.
Okay. Oh, he's an aberration. That's right.
Aberration, yeah.
May I recommend that we kind of keep the details of this from your friend? I kind of look to Ophelia. Your friend, the druid Riala. I don't know that she would agree with us in accepting this into our camp.
He
Well,
says,
I
I
would
can
hate-
feed on your people without killing them, as you've seen with the, I assume with the one tiefling you ran into already.
But perhaps maybe you could ask for a volunteer?
Say, look, Valinor, if you're willing to work with us, and I pull out the dagger and a cup, and I'll actually just like make a small cut on my hand and give him like a small cup of blood and hand it to him.
So his eyes widen as he sees the blood come out of your cut, and you see him almost like licking his lips. So you're putting some of it in a cup for him?
Yeah, and I will put like some in a cup for him, and I
I
say,
feel like
if you
this
can...
should be like a fancy medieval goblet, not just a cup.
It's just a chalice, yeah.
Glass
I-
metal.
It's like it's just a small wooden cup, and I go, Valinor, if you're willing to work with us, perhaps we can work some few things with you here, and I will hand him the cup.
This is
So,
Ophelia's life essence. It can't be in a red solo cup.
I'll say... Let me see something. Let me just check something really quick. about
This is also a test. I want to see if he's going to do anything else.
So he says, I do appreciate that offer, though I would need a bit more blood than that.
Well, I can't give you infinite blood, but perhaps we could work in
So,
small doses.
To give him blood, it would basically be like accepting life drain for the day. You'd lose a certain amount of hit points from your maximum.
Oof. How often? Does it have to be every day?
You would need to drain
long
hit
as-
points
Why?
daily, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to do it daily, but the longer he goes, the more like kind
What's
of
it been
rabid
since he
gets.
drank? Like, is he like famished at this point? Because like he's
Well,
in
no,
that
he just drank from
all
one of
the
your
time?
people. He was in
Right, but, like-
suspended animation before this, and he did seem a little
Oh, he
bit...
was in suspended animation. Okay, I was gonna say because I wasn't sure if that one little bit of tiefling was enough to bring him back. Like if he'd been like basically starved, but if he was in
He
suspended
seemed
animation,
well. He did seem very frail, and you could tell after he ate that he seemed a lot healthier. Like when he came down the hall later. So he seems okay for
And-
now. I mean, and he'll take the little bit of blood you offered him. Maybe dealt like 2 damage to yourself if you just gave him a small amount. But he
Okay.
says, I will need a bit more than this. Generally speaking, on a daily basis. You do have a good amount of tieflings with you I could feed off of. I wouldn't kill any of them.
Well, I will perhaps do it on a volunteer basis, and we could reward them appropriately.
I'm sorry, were you saying something, Kudo?
Is a revenant humanoid?
No, it's undead.
Because that thing fucking regenerates.
Yeah, and
remind
they
me of
also were
this
both
guy.
immune to his charm, which is why they were like, "Who's this guy?" They were both giving him the
It's-
side eye. Your
Alright, since
undead
you said-
allies.
Since you said that we all failed our saves against him, is this guy? I mean, is he pretty dreamy? I mean,
Oh, did you not see the picture? Hang on.
Oh, he's pretty dreamy.
Hello.
I had not thought about whether or not Ashes would be susceptible to this kind of thing when I created her. I'm not sure. But
Well, she would. She doesn't necessarily have to think he's attractive, but she would. She was charmed by him, so she would think he's awesome. Whether or not it's an attraction or more
Dreamy.
just you think he's a cool guy. It's up to you.
Honestly,
Alright.
honestly, you guys kind of match. I mean, Ashes kind of
That's
has a
true.
goth.
You
The
guys
color
both
scheme,
got the dark couple. Hey there.
Yeah.
I like your horns. Blows you a kiss.
I don't think he has to. If he talks, did someone say something earlier about does he talk like Astarion? Astarion, physically and
Dog.
story wise and stuff. Yeah, but the voice, oh heck yeah. That's what he's got going for him.
Ever since that game, that's how all vampires talk now.
Yeah,
Oh.
honestly, I'll take Halcyon over Astarion, but I feel like Ashes might take Astarion over Halcyon.
Yeah.
I take Dracula from the Castlevania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Castlevania.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Castlevania. He says, well, like I said, if I could get daily feedings, I could rotate among the tieflings to keep myself healthy. I would be most useful if I was given a good supply of blood, and it would give them time to recover.
I have a
Yes,
I have a request.
I would be willing to help you if I was kept healthy.
I have a request. I understand your plight and your needs, and I'm not adverse to allowing them, but myself and the other tieflings have been used without choice for much of our lives. I would ask that you seek volunteers or, willing donations.
So he walks up to you and smiles, running his finger along your cheek, and he says, "Of
Oh
course,
wow!
I would never force any of you to do anything you didn't want." He just gives you a
Oh,
big old smile.
That what
God.
happened with, and I'll name whatever tiefling has the tooth marks.
And
Huh?
Kudo.
What
sorry, go ahead.
tiefling has the tooth marks right now?
I didn't give him a name, but
Okay, well, when he says this, I would never yada yada. I would say, "Oh, is that what happened with?" and name the tiefling.
he smiles and says, "I did speak to him before, and he was amenable to my kiss."
Hmm.
Oh, jeez.
that 'cause you
Kudo would
charmed
be
him?
like,
Sorry, Kudo. Go ahead.
Very cool.
Kudo would be like, yes, indeed. If in good faith, could you release this hold you have over my mind? Since I'm kind of aware, am I?
You're starting to, yeah. I mean, you're starting to feel like something's going on here with your other presence telling you, and he would say, he looks to you and says, "My apologies. My natural charisma sometimes takes hold of people," and he kind of flicks his hand, and you do feel a little bit different, but you still don't
Did
feel
he
like
release-
you've been charmed. It felt more natural.
Did he release
Oh,
just
interesting.
Kudo or all of us?
Just Kudo.
Hmm.
I say, can you release all of them, Balinor? Perhaps, maybe you can get that Riz under control.
He runs his finger across your cheek and he says, "Of course. I did not mean to make anyone feel uncomfortable." And you would all kind of feel normal again, but you still feel like again, you less like it was a charm and more like he was just very charming. It doesn't feel like a magical charm, even though you know it probably was.
Okay.
Like you might actually even still feel like he's kind of a cool guy. Just maybe
Amelia
not as
wasn't charmed by
powerful.
him,
No,
and she still thinks he's a cool guy.
no, and that's kind of like how the vampire charm works. They just are. it is an actual charm spell, but it doesn't feel like magical charm. Is kind of how it's described. And the victims don't know they've been charmed after it wears off, unlike a normal charm person.
Yeah.
So yeah, it more just feels like you thought he was really charismatic. He says, "So, are we all satisfied then?"
Yeah.
I am.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Kudo's thing. So yes, of course. Please come join us then.
Kudo's like, "I'm outta here."
Before we get too far,
Kudo's
I
very
would go down to
uncomfortable
this
now.
door.
He's like, he doesn't fully understand these feelings.
Yeah.
I would love to go down to this door and put my hand on the handprint.
All right. So you put your hand on the handprint, but it doesn't do anything. It lights up, but then it basically just turns red.
Friend.
Question.
Yes.
So he
Do we know
walks...
where this whole...
Sorry, go
I'll
ahead.
go for it. Oh, you go for it. Go for it.
So he walks over and says, well, perhaps I could be of service, maybe as a show of good faith. He puts his hand on, and the door would open up.
So he's got
Revealing-
access to this place, even though he was under, like, he was an experiment.
It seems like, yeah, he might have access to certain things in here for some reason.
They created him to work for them or whatever, and then gave him access when they thought they had control of him or whatever. Maybe, I don't know.
Or
That's my
he's the OG.
Or maybe...
I'm starting to suspect he's the OG of the place.
Mm.
Yeah, and maybe he put himself into suspension. You know?
I guess that would be a thing to do if you're like stuck in a place like this. And
Or Hovik took over and made him.
You guys are all having
through-
conspiracy theories in your mind now.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, like,
Release the Yeah, go
Ashes
ahead.
might be like having an awakening or something. Like, you know, she's always just been like focused on survival, but you know, this guy, I don't know.
All right.
He's
Yeah.
charming.
Possible romantic interest. All right, fair enough. She goes for the bad boys. So in this cell,
Honestly, I didn't even consider that
Suddenly,
until you said that they're,
Ophelia's
like-
fighting
I
Ashes
didn't-
for it as well.
I didn't consider it until you said that they're like aesthetics matched.
is this an anime now? Ophelia is like,
Yeah.
has the lines above her head looking at Ashes. Grrr. All right. So anyway, in this room, it looks like it may have been a cell at one point, but it was converted into maybe some kind of secret holding area. There is a bunch of old coins on a desk or on a table here, and a chest next to it. These don't look like they were part of the bunker, though, so maybe the wizard put them here. Maybe this is like one of his secret stashes. But here, let me put the info in chat.
Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
The coins don't look familiar. So they're old world coin, probably, to you.
Oh, wow.
And the chest itself is locked.
If I'll use detect magic just to search for traps. Help line us out.
No, the chest
Thank
isn't
you.
trapped.
Okay.
The lock
So
also
Ophelia.
isn't. Go ahead.
At least not magical traps.
Ophelia, can you guide me? You and Paylor guide me on my journey to unlock this chest.
Well, you know I'm always willing to help you with Paylor's guidance.
Did you roll a natural 1 and get a 23?
That's
Oh,
what
because
it
you
looks
have,
like.
what's it called?
The
Reliable talent or something.
expertise. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
keep one.
Alright, well then you
So-
didn't even need to roll, because, yeah, you would get no
Yeah.
matter what you roll. Alright, so you're just like, whatever, click. The lock would open, and I would need wish list rolls.
Nice. Who's
Oh
still?
shit!
Hasn't gotten it though. It's
Yeah, I think
the
I'm
bullshit.
Yeah, let me see.
I got that amulet. I don't know if I was the last one in the rotation.
I got
though.
one.
So
I got
I think
one.
you
I was
were.
playing Ashes, but I took from Ria's wish list fairly
I have
recently.
Kudo, Clank, and Ophelia. So I guess Ashes, you'd be the only one who hasn't gotten one yet. I don't even see your other character on here.
No, I got one. I was playing
plus
Ashes, but I
2.
rolled and we took from Ria's wish list and gave Ria a moonsicle.
When was that?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like while we were in the abyss, Ashes
Yeah.
won a wish list roll, and we took from Ria's wish list. So Ria has a moonsicle, but I was playing Ashes when we got it.
Oh, weird.
In fact, Ashes wasn't even with the party yet. That was before the Gaian characters had made their way here. So, but yeah, Ashes won the wish list roll, and we got a moonsicle.
Did we do a
and then-
reset since then?
No.
No.
Okay.
I don't
This
know.
may
I don't
be
know.
a
Well, if
reset.
that is the case, then maybe this would be the reset, so all 4 of you would get a roll.
Yeah, well,
That's
I guess
weird,
I
I
was the
wonder
last
why.
in the
Alright,
rotation.
sure. Yeah, whatever you say.
Because the last one we got, I think I was the last rotation. I know I was late, very, very late.
That's
in it.
weird. Oh, Kudo.
Well, Ria, that moonsicle was the first magic item Ria had gotten, and she's been with the group for over 2 years. So
Okay.
I think that I would have been one of the last on the rotation, I imagine.
All right. So
I'm going to use magical
Okay.
guidance on this.
No, you can't.
Use one sorcery point.
You can't use magical guidance. All right. So Ophelia, give me a D100 roll.
Eh.
Okay.
Fucking number of the beast, of course.
Yeah.
66.
Fucking feeling me to deal with the devil.
It's only 2/3 of the beast.
Yeah,
To
fair.
deal with a vampire.
You guys have taught me a lot. What can I say?
Do you not even have an Ophelia entry yet?
She's got a
I have-
bunch. They're all like mixed in. She hasn't posted any like actual like.
Oh, I see your wish
background or
list. Yeah, she
story?
just has a wish list.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Put your thing in, Ophelia.
And there's a ton of stuff on her wish list. It's not like the 4. Yeah.
Well, this was
Alright.
like, yeah, well, this is from like 2-something years ago now.
Yeah, but Ophelia.
No excuses. I have
anyway.
2 characters up there.
Yeah.
Well, I will
So do
post
I.
mine. I'm sorry.
Give
I'm
you
a slacker, piece of
-5 to your
shit.
next roll. Give me a D5
I
roll.
do like being able to put down more than 4 items though, because
Slash.
there can still be some randomness. You know, you can still roll for us. You know, whereas when there's only 4, you basically pick one for each like rarity. You know, and you know what you're gonna get based on the rarity.
All right.
I have an
So-
Amulet of the Devout already, so I guess that might have off. I don't know if that matters. I think I put
Alright.
it in all those tiers.
So you open up the chest. Inside, you would find 6 potions and a small pouch.
A pouch.
Yes, like a small leather pouch.
Oh gosh, are we getting another another bag of holding?
Might be.
Okay, well, I will hand everything. Who has identified? Does Linus have it?
No.
Do I have identify? I think I do. Do I not? I don't know, dude.
I have a pearl.
Do we not have anybody that has identify?
Well, this is a magic I would like to learn. I think I have the capacity for it. I've just never been able to examine the spell.
So if you look at the... Are you going to look at the pouch?
Yeah, look at the pouch.
So there's something inside, and when you reach inside, you would find what looks like a small necklace with a bunch of jeweled beads on it.
Mm.
Okay. Well,
Fucking necklace of fireballs.
Mhm.
oh, well, that's interesting.
Give me a
Um,
religion
do you
check.
like this
You might
new setup?
actually recognize this.
Do you like this new setup, Ez?
Oh,
I
prayer
don't-
beads.
I don't like your new song.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, so you do indeed recognize this item.
Oh,
Nice.
You've
good.
read about them, but you've never seen one before. But with these symbols on this, you're pretty sure this is what you think it is.
okay.
You even have enough attunement spots anymore?
I do not. I will be giving another item away. I have a ring of protection to give away if somebody wants it then.
I mean, we should probably roll for it because anybody would make use of that. That's pretty awesome.
Who has attunement slots and/or has things they'll give up?
Valinor
for-
says, I wouldn't mind a ring of protection, my love.
Right, of course you would.
I bet you wouldn't, Balinor.
Yeah, I have an attunement spot open. Or slot.
Let's give it to Kudo. He should be
Yeah.
back line, but every now and then gets stuck in the front line.
So what do I have?
Are you sure? You could use protections too. I have a better AC than you probably.
Much, but I have
Just
a number of defenses. In fact, more of my spells,
Amulet of the
more of my spell study is focused on defending myself than on offensive things, and that's why I've at times been less useful in battle.
No. Okay, if you don't mind, but you may want to change those spells out.
Well, I need to learn
your
more
wisdom.
first. The reason I have fewer defensive or offensive spells is because I just have never studied them.
And let's make
I have
sure
that.
that ring you have is always filled with
Well,
spells.
at the moment, there's a revivify and 2 web spells in it. It is currently full.
Alright, so
Oh, you got
uh,
web in there. Nice.
So
But the
Kudo,
webs were not useful in our most recent battles.
so
And the
Kudo,
revivify is just, I'm holding it for just in case.
Kudo, you took the ring of protection, and Ophelia, you got rid of it from your sheet, right?
If nobody else wants to roll for it though, or flip a coin
Yeah,
for
whoever. I'll let you
It's all
guys
you,
decide.
Kudo.
I mean, like
Oh, thank
officially, Rhea and Ashes both have attunement slots, but Ashes would just be borrowing it, and Rhea's not in the picture right now. So I think giving it to Kudo makes sense.
it. Oh, thank you.
Okay. Well, it works out. Yeah. So that's still my 3rd attunement slot. Okay.
And I like that it's like we can always pass them around again, like if we get new
Yeah.
items and abilities, you know.
I mean, if I win the next one, I'm gonna have to give up something too. So
21 AC now. No.
Wow.
unless it's my un.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure I put that in my notes this time.
Oh, and is the prayer beads, is it consumable? Do I remember that correctly? I haven't like looked at that item in a while.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Oh, and I have to determine what beads are on it, I think.
I think
Right?
so too.
Yeah. What is there? 6 types of magic beads exist.
Let's see. This is 1d4 plus 2 beads. I'll let you roll the d4 plus 2. This way.
got
Wait,
this.
so is it all the same bead?
Well, no, there's I have to roll for the types, but first we have to see how
Hope you
many
agree.
there are.
D4 plus 2 means you're going to get either 3 is the minimum bead
Oh.
and 6 is the maximum, and then each bead is going to have a different ability.
Aw.
So 4. All right, so there's 4 beads.
Oh, 4 total.
I'll roll to see what beads are on here. So the first bead you see is the bead of smiting. Just make sure you record that as one of the beads.
Oh, that's interesting.
Another bead is going to be the bead of blessing. That's the second bead. The third, oh, interesting. The third bead is a bead of wind walking, natural 20.
Bead of wind.
Ooh.
What was the second one, Lou? Bead of smiting, bead of wind
Blessing.
walking.
Bead of
Okay.
blessing. And
Okay.
the final bead is the bead of curing. So you rolled 4 different beads. I think you can use them each
Okay.
once per day, I believe.
That's pretty good.
I
awesome.
have no idea what this does.
Smiting gives you an offensive option once in a while when you
Shining
need
Smite? I don't even know if I know the spell Shining Smite.
it. You know.
Yeah. So
So
right.
the bead of curing is like a free cure wounds every day, a level 2 cure wounds.
Yep.
The smiting is I don't know the spell Shining
Shining
Smite, but it's
Smite.
free Shining Smite each day. The Wind Walk is a free Wind Walk every day, which I think is a single target spell, but still really good. And then the curing, I don't actually see on the table that you linked.
Cure wounds 2nd level or a lesser rest.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. The blessing
Bless.
one is one. Oh, it's the bless. Okay. Oh, bless is really good though. Even though it's 1st level, bless is really valuable. You basically give your
Bless.
a free D4.
Oh,
almost.
and did someone take the gold?
Oh, how
Yes.
much gold was it? 3, 4, 4, 5. You want to split that between the 4 of us?
Or just put it in
I don't
the
need
bag of holding.
I don't need gold. I'm
Let's just
I'm
drop
a
it in the
hermit.
bag for
Split it.
now.
Split
I don't want the extra weight. Let's just put it in the bag for now.
So-
If we get out this accursed plane, then we might have use for it.
Okay, that's fine.
Kevik would say, I wouldn't mind a split of the gold.
I bet you wouldn't.
Well, he did open it.
He says,
Yeah.
I opened it.
Oh,
I'm
no.
old.
Evic or
Kevik, yeah,
Balnor.
you're, no, not Balnor, Kevik.
Oh,
you're,
Kevik.
yeah, you're,
Oh.
Revenant.
I
Cool.
still feel like he should be paid. Yeah.
Kevik
Yeah.
say,
says,
Kevik, what sounds fair to you?
well, an equal split, 1/6 of the, treasure. So there's 6
I'm
of us.
down. I'm actually
Okay.
down for that.
That's
All
fine
right,
for
so
me.
what would
How much
I
does
want
that
my
leave
area.
us?
That would be. Are you okay? Kevik, are you okay if we round it down since it's not a perfect split?
Says that's fine.
Okay, so we give him 570?
Wait, what was the amount of gold?
All right, so you give me 570.
3,445?
Wait. I don't see it in chat. Where, did I miss it?
It's at the top above the detect magic.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that much gold. Like, wow. Okay.
So we'll
yeah.
give him
I
570.
definitely don't want to carry that gold.
All right, so he takes his share and thanks you. He says, just in case I ever
How
get
much
back
do
to...
we?
Hmm?
How much do I add to the ledger?
Add 3,875 to the ledger. Or 2,875, sorry. 2,875.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Old world gold.
generating gold. All right, so yeah, Kevik is thankful, and he says, this could come in handy if I ever make it back to civilization. I appreciate
Same.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you
same.
for
That's
all
how
of
I
your
feel
help.
when we reach a real civilization with a real market and a real economy. Then this might be useful. But for now, I'm more concerned about us surviving here.
So, where does that leave us then? Balnor says, am I welcome to stay in the bunker?
Yeah, by all means. As long as, again, everything is above board and we find volunteers for you, by all means, stay with us. Someone as handsome as you, as Linus thinks, yes, by all means.
He runs a finger across your cheek, and he says, of course, my
He
love.
keeps doing that. That's just... Honestly, if he keeps that up, it's gonna start getting creepy.
I
he
just
does-
want Lou to keep saying it to me.
Well, he did it to like
Yeah.
3 characters in one conversation, and I'm like, okay,
Look, he's got some riz. It just
he's got his
happens.
skills, and he's sticking with them.
All right, so
Don't
he-
question the Rizzler.
says,
So I mean, I think Miri is questioning it. Ashes is probably a little bit like taken.
So he's he says, for now I think I should stay in the prison area. I'm sure everyone is going to know I'm a vampire, and I don't think they would feel comfortable with me walking amongst them just yet. Perhaps you could
Oh, but what-
smooth it over with your camp, and then I will leave here.
Oh, but won't it be uncomfortable there? Ashes says like worriedly.
He says, do not
Jesus
worry.
Christ.
Do not worry, my pet. I shall be fine. And you're all welcome
My
to visit
pet?
me down here.
Wow.
Oh, dude, Ashes is
How do-
pissed.
Sorry, out of character, yeah, I'm not sure that I liked that, but in character, I'm not sure that. Ashes is, yeah, she's too sheltered.
Ashes is
Yeah.
conflicted. She's not sure how to feel.
Yeah.
He was,
Out of
she
character,
was a
it's like,
slave.
no, red flag, red flag.
Red flag.
As a slave, she's like, my pet? Excuse the fuck out of you?
All right. So yeah. Well, are you gonna say anything about it, or you just kind of keep it to yourself?
For now, she's it hasn't been enough yet, I think, to like make her like she's conflicted. She's
Okay.
intrigued and conflicted. Yeah.
All right.
Both.
Just a question.
Yes.
We're almost at the end of time, and I know there was the question. In order to level, we need to take a week of downtime. Is that something that we want to do as a party, and
think-
just pass some time and figure out maybe some downtime activities over chat or something like that?
I
We
would like that.
can.
I really dislike spending in-game time for level ups. So that would be lovely if we could.
Well,
do it
you
on a-
can. We'll say next game, you guys. Yeah, we'll like in case someone wanted to do some RP during the week, but we can say we plan to level up next time. You guys can like level up now or before
Okay.
next game.
Okay.
So you'd be level 11
And
next game.
maybe I can coordinate with you, Miri, but I know maybe a week can give me enough time to scribe a scroll that you can copy or something like that. I don't know.
well, you don't have to. I just felt like she might have asked.
I don't have
for one.
anything better to do. I don't have anything.
Well,
better
yeah,
to
no.
do.
If there's downtime to pass and you don't have other things to do, then yeah, any scrolls you want to scribe that a wizard can learn, like she would be grateful for and try to pay you back in kind, however you wish. But yeah, I mean, obviously the whole silvery barb things was just. I felt like she would have asked for it, seeing its use in gameplay, but I'm not concerned about it being like.
Oh,
in
not
the
so.
game.
Oh, I thought you want counterspell.
No, she had asked for silvery barbs.
Yeah, but Silver
Oh,
Barb's
that's,
got
That's
the Strict
So that's
Haven
fine.
portal got
She
closed.
actually, Ashes actually knows counterspell and has it in what do you call it? Prepared, but she used up the spell slots that she like in.
Oh,
Yeah, she used.
Oh.
She has very few offensive spells. Okay, so some of
worries.
the spells
It's
that
okay.
I picked for her, I picked purely for her to have their damage types for her, like her damage replacement ability. She has to know spells with that damage
I
type.
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all
So
good.
she's a-
Miri,
she has
a-
we
yeah.
also
Yeah.
we
She
also
has
found a bunch of
spells- She has a bunch of
components.
spells she does not plan to ever actually prepare. She just knows them for the damage types. Yeah.
We found a bunch of components. Linus is converting 150 magical inks for you as well.
I do
Yeah.
have
So
some more
So-
spell scrolls to learn, but the thing is when I first started taking all the spell scrolls, I didn't realize that copying those spells into my spellbook meant that I destroyed this scroll. Like copying is
Yeah.
actually kind of a misnomer. It should be like transferring or something.
Yeah.
Because I never realized that the copy you're copying from disappears when you finish. Because you haven't expended the spell, you haven't actually cast the spell, so you like somehow lose that spell slot
No.
and that magic and those components that were used to describe it. But yeah, anyway, I didn't realize that. So she's super interested in learning more spells, but I also don't want to take really valuable scrolls from the party. I don't know.
okay, we all have that understanding, but we're totally cool with it. I want to make our wizard more powerful, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just leave it at that. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
there's no reason why she wouldn't
it-
want it.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
definitely wants
and,
it, and that's what I've said all along. But yeah.
So we don't need to. We totally appreciate that, and it's all good. But it's
she
in the
does-
party's
she-
best interest.
Her
It's in the
her-
party's best interest
Well,
to get. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. She's made it clear to the party that her goal is self-preservation and getting off the abyss. She doesn't necessarily plan to be a permanent member of the party, and that's why she is hesitant to take things that the party might need, in another way. So that's all.
Okay. Poodle will
Got
help you
MVP
learn some
votes.
spells. So just coordinate with me, and it's all good. And just if you saw my character sheet on it, you can see what I have. We'll just pretend Poodle told you all the spells. You ready?
All right,
Um,
so yeah, let me get MVP votes as we
Yeah.
figure out spells for next week, what people are scribing and whatnot. So Ophelia with 3 votes, you are MVP.
All I gotta do
Yeah,
is
unanimous.
charm the the vampire, huh?
I don't know if
I don't
if,
know. Like, I think Ashes thought you were gonna like kill him, and Ashes is kind of intrigued by him. So you know.
this could become a like a lover's tryst or something like that. Is that what it's called?
It's gonna
Maybe.
be like Twilight
It
up
would
in
be
here.
funny if Ophelia and him end up being a thing. That would be real
Sparkly, sparkly vampire. Now we just need a
Riala
werewolf.
is gonna be like, what the fuck happened to you? You used to be anti-undead.
The Abyss fucking changed me, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
It'd be,
it's crazy, bro.
What are they called? YT, Young Teen Story, whatever those are called.
you, youth
YA.
romance
YA.
novel.
Young
Yeah.
adult. I think it's young adult. Yeah.
He's so dreamy.
Does his
Bellinor.
Speaking of
doesn't sparkle in the sunlight?
I want to let you know that I changed one of my wish list items at the beginning of the session.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So I think that causes. I don't know if I need to give up a story point for that.
No, I'm not using story points for wish list items anymore. So you can just put whatever you want on there on your wish
I feel like
list.
you owe me a bunch of
Thank
story
you.
points for like me spending them for the. No, I'm just kidding.
You did a what do you call it? Like a whole character revamp. So I'm guessing your
Yeah.
wish list.
Oh no, I
items
didn't
would
mean for
change.
Ashes. I meant on other characters where I spent items to like have more than 4 wish list items. Yeah. Here's the thing. I want to have at least 1 wish list item for every rarity because if I roll that rarity, no matter how
Well, yeah,
unlikely
you
it
definitely should. I mean,
is, yeah,
if
no
you
matter how
if I roll
unlikely it is.
the rarity, then yeah, if you don't
Yeah.
have one, then it's gonna be a
no
random
matter
item.
how unlikely it is that I'm ever gonna roll a legendary, if I'm in the situation where I roll it and I don't have it on my wish list and Lou like random rolls, like where I could have my pick of legendary instead of a random, like that, like I want to have it on there,
Oh.
right? But I also like some degree of like randomness, so I
We're-
like having a few options at different levels. So yeah, I spent story points on some of my
We're,
characters. to have my wish list
Were you
items.
saying something, Felix? I feel like we cut you off.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying anything.
All right, just wanted to make sure because I thought someone was saying something. And I thought they might have got cut off, but maybe I'm imagining it. All right, well, yeah,
Side
let
note.
me. Or go ahead.
Side note before I go, I never even knew of the spell Windwalk. That's pretty freaking nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh yeah, Windwalk's
That's really
great.
cool.
I don't
Yeah.
see many. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it, but yeah, Windwalk's like I think it's like OG, like clerics had
so-
like Water Walk, and
Yeah.
then yeah, like the higher level version was Windwalk.
It's super situational, but can be amazing. Yeah.
300 feet of movement speed
Yeah, it's very good.
around. Like, we can just be like, oh, shit, we're in a bad spot. And Ophelia's like, oh, I got this necklace. Hey, guys, let's get the fuck out of here.
And the
It's
fact that
way more than 9.
And the fact that that's not consumable, I that's for me. I feel like honestly, today I learned kind of thing. Today I learned that I've overlooked that magic item because I think I always thought it was like consumable or something, and so I didn't.
It
give it-
recharges.
But yeah, if you get those spells every day forever, like they're like, yeah, it
That's
doesn't
why
matter
it's
that
a
you can,
rare.
like,
Yeah.
so
Very
good. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah,
All right, well,
Worth it
yeah.
for the
free
Fun
utility
session.
spells can
Fun
always
session,
be.
everyone. Thank you for
Super
indulging
appreciate
my
everything.
my vampire YA fanfic session.
I mean,
Thanks, Lou.
Ashes kind of fits that target audience though. So
Exactly. There you go.
let's start catering D&D to the youth.
So dreamy.
We got.
It's like Twilight.
Kudo was just confused with his brain worm. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't
He's
know
too
Kudo
young.
was a vampire hunter. Holy crap. He's got like stakes and holy
A
water.
monster hunter, yeah,
Or
yeah,
monster
yeah.
hunter.
If
I
you,
mean,
you get
Yeah,
take a look at his the little webpage I have for him, and if you look at his description, he's like in his description he's got like fucking like a bandolier of stakes and shit like that. Like,
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balnor's giving you like looks now. He's like, why do you have all those wooden stakes on your shirt?
yeah.
I don't even think he would ask. I feel like he'd just be like, "Oh shit, his guy's out for me."
Yeah,
This is
maybe.
the
He was
girl
hiding.
hunter.
He was hiding from. He was hiding from Kudo, not Ophelia.
Yeah, as soon as Kuno turns around, just to be safe, he puts the charm back on him. Like, yeah. Alright, well, let me take some notes, and yeah, we'll continue this next week.
Good game,
Fun
guys.
session. Appreciate everything.
All
Yeah,
right.
see you
Good
all
night,
next
guys.
week.
All right. Later.